Hey guys, how's it going? I'm curious if you've missed my ugly mug, because guess what? We are live and with webcam. Hooray! My lighting is terrible as always, but now it's in super high definition terrible. And tonight I am once again joined by Popcorn. Say hi, Popcorn.
Hello! Hey guys, I'm Popcorn. I'm she, her.
We got Ginger,
What up, he, him?
and we got Dew. I couldn't even
That was
understand.
completely unintelligible.
I couldn't even tell what you were saying. If you say so. And do is he, him as well. And I am Screw Puckett, aka Ryan, aka Spaz, aka whatever you want to call me. He, him, / whatever. And tonight, we are once again diving into Homestuck.
Yay.
Alright,
My
let's look at chat.
favorite.
We got popcorn in not popcorn. We got popcorn in the call, but we do have Swift in chat. Hi, Swift.
We got Popcorn's best friend.
I don't know. I've never heard their voice, which suggests to me that you and Swift might be the same person. I've never seen you at the same place at one time. Yes, yes, Sojourner, you can see my face. Hello. I finally got my webcam replaced with this one, and hopefully this one will last.
And with the prints of this shirt.
All right, is everyone ready to stop being a doofus and start reading the stuff?
I'm never ready to stop being
A doofus.
A doof. Okay.
It's kind of a requisite when we're on this stream.
I think you should be grateful that I have not been a doofus yet.
You haven't? Oh, you've just been getting started.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, Sojourner's right. No one has seen Sojourner and Batman in the same place at the same time. So Sojourner might be Batman.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah?
I am choosing to believe that this is 100% correct, even though the same standard can be applied to anyone in the call or the chat with no exceptions.
I vaguely remember a few months ago we had Carmen Sandiego in chat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And I do want to point out that, yes, anyone could claim this argument and say that they're Batman, but Sojourner claimed it first.
Sojourner is the official Batman of our chat today.
Yes, exactly. Alright, let's get this going. Rose is answering. Oh, okay. High pitch, gotta go high pitch. Sorry for the delayed response. Answering seems to be what to do. Sorry for the delayed response. Answering seems to be what to do right now.
Rose, jeez! Finally! You sure seem to be absorbed in whatever you're doing on that computer. Were you talking to someone?
Oh, right. I forgot I gave you the code for the crystal ball. And here I was thinking I could safely delay responding to messages without seeming like an ass, the way it usually works. Oops.
Oh, no, I don't blame you for not responding. You must be very upset. Are you okay?
Why would I be upset?
Because... I figured you would have found out by now, but I guess you still don't know?
Know what?
About John's dad, and your mom. Rose? Hello? Oh no.
Arrow. Yeah, that's a realistic reaction.
That happened.
Rose, please say something. You're making me nervous.
I should have gone looking for her. Why didn't I?
Because you were busy trying to make the best of this situation?
John was too. But he went to look for his father. It would have been normal of me. I can't remember what I was trying to prove anymore.
I don't think you should be so hard on yourself about it. John was being John, and you were being you, which I guess meant taking our problems very seriously and putting all your attention on solving them. And anyway, you and your mom had a much trickier relationship than John and his dad, didn't you? I mean, not that I am saying that means you were any less attached to her than him. I don't know if I'm very good at consoling people. Sorry, Rose, I don't want to make you feel worse.
You're doing fine. For someone raised by a dog. Or really anyone. Thanks.
Whew, okay. You know, now we've all lost guardians. Dave lost his, and I lost mine in a weird way. Even though that was pretty much definitely my fault. And even the trolls all lost their monster guardians. I think that maybe it is an inevitable part of a game that can be cruel sometimes.
For some reason, despite all the danger, I never thought she was in trouble. I never believed she would actually die. I grew up with a feeling that something more significant had always been meant for her. That she was the heroine displaced in some way, resigned to the inglorious duty of raising me, and preparing me in her way. I didn't actually need the ectobiological verification that she was like a mother and a sister at the same time. I always understood that somehow. And I felt she had knowledge and ability beyond what she let on. It was always intimidating, but nonetheless a source of respect, which was childishly begrudging on my part. But I think she was just waiting for me to catch up with her. But now I can't.
I'm so sad. Rose, I think you are being stronger about it than I am.
Probably because my emotions have now ceded to anger. This shouldn't have happened.
Oh, well, I just hope you aren't thinking of doing something rash.
I already was. I was going to go to sleep, fly to the sun bigger than our universe, drop a bomb into... I was going to go to sleep, drop to a sun bigger than our universe, drop a bomb in it, and kill myself.
Yeah.
So if my course of action is to change on account of my mood, it can only become less impetus. Impetuous?
Impetus, I think.
Yeah. It can only become less impetus, don't you think?
I don't know.
You never liked my plan very much anyway.
Well, no, but I was trusting that you had thought it through and it was our best hope.
I'm not sure I did. Maybe it was a terrible plan. I made it without fully understanding the nature of the scratch.
Then what will you do?
I could stop being so cowardly for once. I could short-circuit this endlessly expanding game of chess we're playing like Jack decided to do.
What does that mean?
Maybe I'll go kill Jack myself. Right now.
Oh, no, Rose, that is a much worse plan. He would probably kill you.
Probably, but the scratch will wipe us out anyway and reboot the conditions of our session. I suddenly don't feel much like sneaking through the black door of the furthest ring for retribution by distant supernova.
I know what you mean. I was angry at Jack and wanted to stop him too, but we have to think of a more sensible way to do it.
Whether my existing plan was sensible or not, I may have been allowing myself to be manipulated by an omniscient being regardless.
What? Who?
Hello.
You cut out, can you do that again?
Hello, ladies.
Ah! What?
This is a private conversation. Private even to those that know it word for word already.
Proceed. I will be here.
Can you say watching
Rose,
again? Sorry, you cut out again.
Watching.
Thank you.
Rose, who is this?
Ignore him.
I don't even know what's going on anymore.
You were discussing Miss Lalonde's intrepid new variation on suicide. As one with a passion for the subject, I'm intrigued.
Hush. Anyway, if it's true the gods have selected me for service, maybe the power they've given me will be sufficient. Maybe they wanted to kill him. Like, maybe they wanted me to kill him all along.
Hee hee.
Shh! Please don't, Rose. I know you are angry, but you aren't thinking straight.
But I am. I am fully aware I'll probably die and fail. Scratch happens, we start fresh. No recollection, no problem.
No!
Jade, as an ambassador of Skya, maybe you'd be willing to talk some sense into your friend? You should understand she's been corrupted by various entities with some rather questionable motives.
Rose, maybe the white text guy is right. The dark gods gave you all these powers and seem to be helping us with dream bubbles and stuff. But what if they are not actually good?
They are enormous, ugly, and live in darkness. That doesn't necessarily make them bad.
No, but I still don't trust them.
If only there were a way to make this determination with certainty. Through a reliable source within reach, for instance, at this exact moment. Perhaps one that is spherical and devastatingly handsome.
What's this weirdo talking about?
His dick. No. The cue ball.
Oh, yeah. I noticed you found it. I was worried it had been destroyed when my room blew up. Is he saying you can use it?
Yes. And he is right.
Gee, does it work?
It advised me to talk to you just now, so I guess so.
Then maybe you should try it.
Yes, Rose, listen to Jade. She is far less manipulative than I.
What are you suggesting I ask it?
Well, since we don't know much about the gods, why don't you ask it about them?
So, you're saying I should ask if the gods are evil?
I guess that is a way to put it.
Even though at this point neither of you is highlighting my text to read it, this idea gets my vote. Go ahead. Ask, Seer.
Seer, ask. Oh, animation time. The GIF is silent, so, you know.
It's not a GIF, but it is silent.
Ask again later.
That would.
Arrow. Oh, and that's the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Arrow. Rose. Go dark.
You slip into the fabled Black Death trance of the woe
Sorry,
Gothic.
Kepler's blocking my screen.
Oh,
Say hi, Cap.
Hi, Kepler. You've got such good timing. You slip into the fabled Black Death trance of the woe Gothics, quaking all the while in the blood eldritch throes of the brood-fester tongues. You advise the members of your complacency not to be alarmed as they chronicle the event in tomes bound in the tanned, wreathing flesh of a tortured hell scholar, with runes stroked in the black tears bled from the corruption-weary eyes of 50,000 imaginary cultists. But they fail to not be alarmed.
I don't blame them. Yeah, Kepler is really digging Hodestuck. He is just right in the middle of my screen, just sniffing it.
he loves it.
Arrow. Oh, I have to look at my screen, at the screen capture to my right in order to read it.
This is because, as is now painfully obvious to anyone with a brain, you have basically gone completely off the deep end in every way. You have officially gone grimdark.
Rose, just the urge to seek revenge.
You make a half-hearted attempt to resist the urge.
Why did this make her go off the deep end by just asking if it... Arrow.
Alas, one is not easily shaken from the brood-festered tongues.
Arrow. Wow. Rose is vibrating.
She's flying off the planet.
Arrow.
They are stubborn throws.
Big man, request timeout.
Alright, homies. Everybody, all y'all hold up. The big man wants to take a time.
Can you say timeout again? You cut out.
Time out.
Alright. BM, wreck some havoc. Wait, what is
big
happening?
man. The big man's about to wreck some havoc in the yard. The court is on.
BM, request ruler.
Dude, come get the ruler check.
You cut out again.
Dude, hurry, look, she's escaping from above.
Could you check your Discord settings and make sure that, and check the check the sensitivity for, auto detect?
Oh, it's off.
Well, what's it current at? Because you keep on cutting out, like, at the end of what you're saying.
Oh, it's because I'm on a push to talk, and I have to wait a second for the thing to catch.
Alright, be more cognizant of being pushed to talk then, because you keep on cutting out the end of what you're saying.
Gotcha. Dude, come get the ruler. Check this out. Dude, hurry, look. She's escaping from above.
Arrow!
Okay.
Hello?
Do?
I'm hearing some extremely faint ambiance.
No, we can't hear that one. That one is incomprehensible and quiet. No, that is still indecipherably quiet.
We're doing it live.
It sounds like you're still a little quiet, but it sounds like you're about to scream B-17 bomber. Have you tested all of these? Yes, we're professionals.
Those are some really good random static noises.
Bruh.
Okay, but seriously, we can't understand a word you're saying.
Yeah, I don't know why that one isn't working.
I just went to preview and it's hell.
Let's just stick with the wobbly one you're on right now.
Alright. How am I going to Rex his house in the yard with a
Arrow.
What's the story, Mark?
Again, with the metric system. What is it with you and units, man? It's like you must be toking up or stoned on a joint to make you stop or something. I can't even think of who leaves all their rings lying around like that.
Arrow.
Shit. Where's the man?
Arrow.
Dude, you gotta snap it.
Sorry, can you say broke
You are
please again? You
you-
cut out the you were cutting out the very last like word. Arrow. Splippers.
Splippers.
Arrow.
It was at this point when you got distracted by the authors.
Hot self. Insert.
Who are you expecting? The Easter Bunny? You probably want to know how involved the big man wants to get into the story. How much will he fuck this up? Well, all I got to say to that is...
Arrow.
Arrow? That was good. That was barely comprehensible. It was just enough.
I am sorry for any headphone wearers in the audience. I am with you. I want to know. Tell me, and please be smug about it. Oh God.
As the indulgent self-inserts grow in frequency, you may find yourself increasingly afraid of events approaches inevitability. But you should understand that I understand that I am dealing with forces that can command and recklessly, who nullify the basic abilities of intelligent beings in all real and hypothetical planes of existence to give a shit. It would be stupid of me to mismanage these forces, and even stupider of you to worry about it, because it would be stupid for you to think I'm so. In fact, I feel a little dumber just thinking about it. When the time comes, I will interact directly with you that sits area. But this moment will be responsibly confined to a passive intervention. It will be compact, surgical, and essential. My involvement will have such precision, I have even managed to quantify it in the
Ow.
I will be involved in only the narrow space through which light will pass in 3 and my influence, end to end, will be exactly
You did a great job of translating how painful that is to look at.
All right.
Okay, anyway, let's get back to John.
I'm sorry. What just happened?
The author's hot self-insert.
Don't worry about it.
You'll figure it out.
Everything is
Also,
gonna be
I hope
fine.
everyone appreciates this Kepler cam.
I appreciate the Kepler cam. Popcorn, your soundboard is the best thing to happen to this stream.
I somehow doubt that, but thanks.
This is true.
All right, John, locate 2 more. God, it hurts staring at those squares. It's hard to tell what's going on. Oh,
Giant chessboard.
It doesn't hurt as much as looking at Hussey's fucking MS Paint monologue.
that tumor is looking very balanced.
Mm-hmm.
Quite.
John, look around. Oh, some picturettes. Pictograms. Arrow. More pictograms. Look inside. Oh god, it's a giant 8-ball. Arrow.
Yep.
Does that text say anything?
It does. You can see it on the next page.
Oh, arrow. Take 2 more.
You got 10 hours.
Just shove that shit into your wallet.
Yep.
You got 10 hours, kid.
John, return to surface.
Whee!
He can fly.
Arrow.
He can fly.
You keep letting go of your push to talk button too quickly, do?
I'll learn.
So, in case anyone here is curious what Kepler's doing, I have a little acrylic shelf here. To keep him off of the keyboard, because he likes laying, like, he used to lay kind of, like, just somewhat on it, which got in the way. So I got this, and now he likes just laying on top of the keyboard.
It's because he likes to be involved with what you're doing. If you give him his own miniature keyboard, I bet he'll really love that.
I don't know where I would put it.
That's a good point. Your current solution seems to work really well.
And he's also napping.
Good kitty.
CD, approach locals.
Should I do this?
Yep.
You and your rabbit friend approach a gentleman wrapped in a fine white cloth and his courageous cohort, a young man riding a great gust of wind. You are so impressed, you forget what you are supposed to be doing.
John, reunite with Liv Tyler.
Sweet, precious, beautiful Liv Tyler! You thought you'd lost her forever, just like Bruce Willis did when he blew himself up with a nuclear bomb in the center of an asteroid the size of Texas. His heroism and fatherly pride were also the size of Texas. But your love for Liv is not fatherly, oh no. This reunion is with no loving daughter, but a loving movie star fantasy crush who happens to be in the form of a robot bunny which has traveled through time and been given as a gift on 5 separate occasions, twice by you and thrice to you, and originally fished out of a sewer by Nicolas Cage on the Silver Stream. You forget the point you were supposed to be making.
Arrow.
But you wonder where all of her sweet weapons went.
Arrow.
She indicates in the language of plush toy pantomime that she has no idea. They all blew away in the
Arrow.
breeze.
Retrieve tiny hammer.
This tiny hammer is so ridiculous. It's too bad it is not the right size. You would love to wallop some imps with such a fanciful weapon. You guess you could just go around giving them little bops on the head with it, like a silly gavel. No, that would be too absurd, even for a great prankster like you. You will discard this rubbish immediately. Too bad there's no device we may have encountered previously that can change the size of objects.
Well, that exists back in the outside of the dream space, and he's stuck in the dream space.
No, it's all the same physical space.
Oh. Arrow.
Wait, what is this? Miss Tyler's handing you a note.
John, read note.
Who was reading for this guy the first time around?
I don't remember.
Spaz, I think it might have been you.
What voice? What voice am I supposed to go for?
Old-timey jock.
Old-timey jock, maybe British guy, sort of.
Maybe sort of British, not that smart, but uses a lot of long words.
John, one more thing. This rabbit, I'm sure you've noticed, is armed to the stitches. He's got all 4 of the funny little weapons I mentioned that are all deadly as the fucking dickens. But that doesn't mean they are all exclusively for the paws of Mr. Terrier Kisser. That is the name I call him. Heck no. You see, I adapted Terry with some doodads that you may deem practical. An infinite simulator, which I used to littlify them down in the first place, as well as monstrous in a fire for when you would like to huge him up again. I willed it for yourself. He's surely got enough juice in him to make them enormous if you wish. But that's silly. What would you even do with, say, a magic needle the size of a skyscraper, for instance? Preposterous. I borrowed this technology from my grandmother. Cap.
Yeah. Cap, what you doing, buddy?
He's standing in the way. Okay.
This is an interesting voice for this character.
I borrowed this technology from my grandmother, who had quite the way with manipulating space. Legend tells she was something of a witch with the stuff. Once she was a brave hero like you and I, John. Cap. Okay, I get you want to rub against me, but I'm trying to read. Alright, fine, I'll go off the capture. I borrowed this technology from my grandmother, who had quite a way with manipulating space. Legend tells she was something of a witch with themselves twinkling in a cauldron. I would like witch with the stuff. Once she was a brave hero like you and I, John, and the stars themselves twinkled in a cauldron. I would like to tell you who my grandmother is. I really would, but I can't. I think I have trouble keeping secrets. I'd like to be honest with you, and a lot of secrecy, after a while, gets me feeling a bit jaded. Green means grow, red means shrink. See you soon, pal. Jay.
I think maybe we should have also informed you that this character is supposed to be irresistibly sexy for some reason.
I am not changing the voice.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. I have no objections.
Are we gonna do the arrow?
Oh yeah, sorry, I was adjusting the camera again. Arrow.
Grandmother? You wonder who that could be. It's probably just Jade, what with all the time shenanigans.
John, huge and hammer. Arrow.
You got the Warhammer of Zillyhoo!
1,000,000,000 stuff. Behold the glory of Zillyhoo. What the hell? He's crying. Yeah, no, Kepler is most certainly basking in its majesty. Yeah, I got like a little clamp, so it's not. I don't have to just mount the camera over the monitor. I'm glad I did, because it is perfect for cat cam.
Yeah.
Arrow.
You are so delighted by your rad new hammer and the cool hugening abilities of Liv Tyler, or Terry Kaiser, or whatever her/his name is. Who the hell is Terry Kaiser anyway? Probably a movie star from the future. Who cares though, your bunny will be Liv for life! Heart, 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 hearts, hearts, hearts. You wonder what other neat things you can get Liv to monstrositify with her sweet eye-beams.
Arrow.
Wait, what happened to her green eye? And why is she feverishly gesticulating toward the fellow in the ghost sheets? This is so ridiculous. You cannot turn your back on these people to admire a beautiful hammer for even one moment. You think that is enough fooling around. It is time to get down to business again. The serious business of being an important and heroic leader.
Wear the hood. Be the leader.
Swoop.
You are not their leader, you are their friend. There is a big difference. You prepare to issue your party a highly authoritative series of friendly requests.
Arrow.
First, you request that everyone settle down. The squat fellow mediates between the two bickering parties and patches up Liv's missing eye. She is nothing if not accustomed to decades of repair work and quickly resumes her plucky demeanor.
Arrow. What the hell?
You then, in your most leaderly way, ask Liv to pilot that enormous battleship. She will now be known as Captain Tyler.
Arrow.
She littleifies the ship down to something more manageable for a small bunny captain. Everyone is impressed.
Arrow.
You give your wallet to your loyal chauffeur familiar. He looks puzzled. You inform the party that you will not be going on this journey. You must remain behind and continue looking for your father. Oh no. But you insist their mission is the most critical of all. You know they can handle it. You believe in them. You instruct Captain Tyler to set a course for the ship's home. They must fly to Durst and deliver the tumor to the moon. Everyone salutes their intrepid friend leader. This is what teamwork is all about.
This is gonna go horribly wrong. Arrow.
And this guy... you guess this guy can go along and help out? Who even is this guy anyway? You guess it doesn't matter. He seems nice enough.
Bid farewell.
Godspeed, heroes. You have all the faith in the world that they will be successful. As a friend leader, or sometimes known as a pal honcho, you have done an amazing job. You have come up with a plan and politely request-ordered your loyal team to execute it. It is all falling into place perfectly. You are quite sure if you have not failed to account for even a single thing.
Arrow, you have...
John, I'm worried about Rose. I'm pretty sure she's on her way there to look for Jack. I can't say for sure because I can't see her with my goggles anymore for some reason, but I'm fearing the worst. Just in case, you should try to intercept her before she does something stupid like try to fight him. Also, I guess you probably still don't know about your dad yet, do you? Turn, why do I always have to be the one to break terrible news? John?
Arrow.
Oh God, please don't tell me your computer was in the wallet you just gave that guy. Damn it, John! One of these days you will learn the value of having plenty of backup computers. In fact, whenever you finally leave the battlefield, I am going to give you the code for a nice pair of lunch muffs. and then I am going to force you to keep them on your head at all times. Yeah, you're never going to read this, are you?
That expression.
Yep.
Huh?
Arrow.
Huh?
Arrow.
Something is happening on the other side of the planet. Something ominous. Something grimdark. You are so glad that grimdark is a real word, so that when things like this happen, they may be described as such. Maybe your dad is over there? You believe you will investigate.
Approach grim darkness. Arrow.
John, you're heading into the blackout, so I won't be able to see you until you leave. But don't worry, I can still sense you were there because of awesome powers, remember? Smooth move ditching your computer like that, by the way. That's some incredible leadership you showed. Now I have to contact you through Rose, thus exposing me to the risk of actually having to talk to her. Your carelessness has put the Heroes of Light in a very awkward position, John. I hope you're satisfied. Just kidding. She's obviously a little too preoccupied at the moment to be sassing me. Just borrow her computer and talk to me when you get the chance, okay? I will be waiting.
Descend. Oh no, is she going to turn her mother into a zombo?
Alright, and before we begin this walk around, I have to go do something real quick. I'll be back in a minute.
Alright.
Okay.
She's just gonna be, staring at the camera.
Let's all just take a moment to admire the kitty.
And he's gone.
Darn.
Alright, now to get my camera reconfigured. One of those. Perfect! Except I'm a little high.
Eh.
Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, when I just to give everyone a little view behind the curtain, this is how much you can see with a new camera. Like all of the things.
Beautiful.
Instead, you're just getting this. Just me. Yeah, it has a wide field of view. A full 90 degrees. Man, I am looking forward to next weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's when my birthday dinner's gonna be. All the sushi I can eat, baby.
Nice.
Hey, Vega. Yeah. For those that don't know, I'm gonna mention this again at the end of the stream, but now seems like a good time saying to mention it. So my birthday is on the 8th. That is on a Thursday. Friday? Is it Friday?
Friday.
Yeah. But we don't stream on Fridays, and I have plans on Fridays generally. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna like talk to all the various stream.
Ginger came back. I just said hi.
Yeah, thanks for being patient.
Yeah. I'll get into more detail at the end of the stream, but the birthday stream is going to be next week. Is going to be this week, either on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, depending on when people are available. Well, I'll get more details later in. For now, though, we're Grimdark Rose.
Yes.
Question mark?
There's no sign of Jack up here. Must be somewhere in the castle.
Wait, oh my god, she is so focused she doesn't even comment on any of this. Wow, that is super dark.
No tears to be shed for Mom.
You're not gonna comment on the corpse? Okay. There's a head here. No, just gonna ignore that? Okay. Oh, there's another corpse. No comment? Okay, no comment.
She is singularly focused.
I mean, Rose, there's a corpse there. No, all right. That's cool. That is cool. There's a guy here cut in half. No comment. Just gonna dance on his grave. All right. And walk over that guy. Yeah, that's cool. And walk over that guy. Ignore that guy. Okay.
Agreed, Swift. No time for a corpse party.
You can check out those tapestries up there, though.
Oh, examine tapestries.
The series of banners is titled, They Wait. They wait for he who would extinguish candles whilst fanning a fire. They wait for she who would thaw solid flesh and resolve it into a dew. They wait for she who would breed lilacs out of the dead land. They wait for he who would drop it like it's hot whilst the pimp's in the crib.
Examine idol.
It bears an inscription, Our Glorious Speaker. His head was lopped clean off with some sort of sharp, sword-like object. Someone around here must hate frogs. You wonder who it could be. It was probably Jack.
Probably. Open chest.
You got a trophy.
Glasses. Examine bookshelf.
A foot soldier's guide to combat. Most of the diagrams in this book involve a soldier advancing by a single tile, either straight ahead or diagonally when lunging with a weapon. No wonder these guys are so easy to kill.
It's all the same. Oh no.
Advanced frog breeding for beginners. Difficulty level extreme. For idiots. This is a book on theoretical physics and complex spatial geometries based on the hypothetical addition of orbs to the Queen's Ring. The shapes in the diagrams are very complex. This sort of nonsense is regarded as crackpottery at best. Why would the Queen ever wear more than 4 orbs? 4 towers, 4 orbs, 4 heroes. This is the sacred truth.
Examine bookshelf.
Journey to the center of the battlefield. Looks to be a fairy tale for youngsters. The hero is a dashing young man in a blue hood. He heals the planet from within, but can do nothing to stop its annihilation from above, nor its soon-to-follow eradication from reality. It must be sad growing up in a culture whose mythology is centered almost completely around futility.
And yeah, shit.
You find an ancient, unlabeled tome and read an excerpt. Though we adore him, we shall never enjoy his beauteous croak. We spill our blood on acres of black and white so they may cross the yellow yard. At last in sky as reflection through broken glass, he may find the pond in which he's meant to squat.
Salmon Frog Head.
The stairs are blocked. You supposed you could easily remove the obstacle, but that would spoil a perfectly good opportunity to look for secret passages.
That is true. Never overlook an opportunity for secret passages. Alright, well that's where I know that's where I'm supposed to go. It's over here. Oh, it's a survivor.
He is too frightened to speak. He seems to be indicating that the only reason he survived this massacre was by hiding behind this pillar. Thank goodness for pillars.
Open check.
You got a trophy.
It's just as well as it's not so grim dark that she just kills him.
Yeah.
Sojourner, I will present that question to him once he's actually finished looking at all the books. Her hands are in my Wait, no, actually, Popcorn should read this one.
Oh. Wait.
This is my thing.
Oh, right. Her hands are in my service, but still they shake. They unfasten the first button at my royal gown's waist clumsily.
This is erotic fanfiction written about the queen in the first person. This doesn't belong in this library. This doesn't belong anywhere.
So far, all the book descriptions have made sense to me. I know what they're referencing.
More books. You really have better things to do than read a lot of books written by chess guys. Books, books, books. Data Structures for Assholes 2, now written to accommodate the shortcomings of the mentally ill.
I would have said challenge, but that works.
I mean, there are multiple things that would work. I just went with the first one that came to mind.
That's fair.
Grimoire for Summoning the Zoologically Dubious. This is apparently on loan from the Dursite Library. It seems unlikely to be returned at this point. You think you know what you might find on this shelf. Just a hunch. Yep, more books. Rise of the Slayer, a horror story meant to scare children. Writers of prospechen fiction tend to write that which they see in clouds. Hence, their fables tend to be events which simply haven't happened yet, or happened in another realm. They like to use the word fiction so that kids don't get too scared. Problem Sooth. You've been meaning to read this one. Absolutely required reading for any promising young seer who has blundered into entanglement with the occult through an absurd sequence of events. Reminder that we really should read Problem Sleuth when we're done with Homestuck. You got a trophy.
And now for the actual one.
You got a flaming meteor chunk. This isn't even treasure. How is this treasure? You got the Banner of the Villain. You suddenly feel inspired in a generally rebellious, united sort of way. Hello?
I messed with stuff in my head. Okay. Talk to soldier.
She is apparently swooning over a hero of lore shared by the two kingdoms, a great man who united opposing sides against his tyrannical king. The revolt ended in tragedy, of course, which is typical of their folk tales, but it is no less inspiring.
Talk to soldier.
She is all aflutter about a legendary hero. Some guy who is weary of war, apparently. A simple farmer, handsome and brave. You think you are beginning to fall in love with him, too.
Talk to soldier.
He seems to be relieved that he and a handful of fellow soldiers have found a secret hideaway to escape the bloody rampage. Maybe if they regroup and marshal all their remaining forces, they can take this guy. Yeah, right.
Talk to soldier.
She looks scared and confused. There's nothing left to do but hide.
Talk to soldier.
Oh. This fellow is mourning the dead. He's probably lost many friends today.
Talk to soldier.
First he was frightened when you barged in here, and then briefly excited and now disappointed. He must have thought you were the Great Dark Kingdom's defector come to save them. Alas, it was only a spooky girl with magic wands.
Books.
It is a holy parchment. Maimed clown, undead cat, impaled crow, omnipotent dog. These four shall be held in reverence for the eternity they serve to cut short.
I can't look at that bookshelf because it's blocked by that bookshelf. What about this bookshelf?
You're sick of reading, gotta find Jack!
Nope, read more. Nope.
You're sick of reading, gotta find Jack! You're sick of reading, gotta find Jack!
Examine slain beast.
You have never seen anything so sad in your entire life. A beautiful, muscular man-stallion struck down in his prime. What monster could be responsible for this deed? Hint, it was Jack Noir.
Nay.
Transportalize?
Something's blocking it from the other side.
Alright, guess I'm going in here. Open curtains.
1,
Open curtains.
2,
Open curtains.
3,
Alpaca combs.
4,
Hubba bomb.
5, 1,
Alpaca bomb.
5, 2.
Oh, I see. Transportalize.
Huh.
Say, we haven't seen curtains like this before.
Open cacam. Hi, Rose. Wow, I did not expect you to find. Hi, Rose. Wow, I did not expect to find you here. Yeah, Gilly Lug. What? Also, why are you all gray like that? You look weird. Garuk Fibneth Mer Burp. Grog Fib Burp. Rose, I can't understand the word you're saying. It is a lot like silly speak and gobbledygook. Wait, I know what's going on here. It finally happened. You've gone grimdark. I told you, Rose. I warned you about, what did you call them? The broodfester throws?
No, they're called stairs.
It's okay, Rose. Don't worry. We'll find a cure for your stubborn throws. But I'm still trying to find our parents. I thought my dad might have come to this castle to check out that huge black rain cloud. Did you see that cloud, Rose? It's pretty awesome. Flint Greg, Jerome Papat. What? You sound kind of upset. What is it, Rose? Check on, Phil. It's hard to do the Rose voice with this stuff. Wait, we're talking about our parents? Oh, you mean they're here? Siv Thrall, Gars Flaniad, Hatia Jade Utut. Are you saying they're in trouble? Oh no, Rose, we have to go help them. Yeah, I'm frustrated too, but there's no time for such things. Do you think you can find them again? Idiot. I don't need to understand that to know what she's saying. Great! I can't wait to see my dad. Feels like it's been forever since I saw him. Please lead the way, Rose. Remove idol. Examine statue.
They make such a cute couple. The king and queen are pretty nice too.
Wait, should I continue or should I bring John back up?
It's up to you.
Transportalize.
Were these here before?
They were not. Oh! Oh no, Rose! What happened in here? Yak, Frapet. Was it Jack? You're saying it was Jack, Rose? Hurrah, Jack! What's that, Rose? Are you getting aggravated that I'm talking to you like you're a dog or something? That's a really nice pillow, by the way. Goes well with your weird dark skin and gothic ensemble. Carniet. You're welcome.
That's unfortunate. Oh
the
no!
guy.
The pillar did not keep him safe.
You're right, Swift. He did tear down everyone's tapestry but Jade's.
Oh.
God, I love this song.
Yeah.
By the way, did you know that Carcat thinks we were supposed to get married? Right, Berserk, but probably that. Wait, I hope that didn't come off as a proposal or anything. Sorry, I'm just being conversation. Guess I'm a little nervous. Because technically, this is the first time we've ever met. And also, you're talking like an eldritch monster, so I'm kind of blabbling. You don't actually have to get married, though. I mean, not if you don't want to. Okay, I'll shut up now. It's really hard to do both of their voices as is, let alone with her doing eldritch speak.
Yeah.
Oh. Alright, well, I definitely want to start over because I want to see what was past that.
Oh.
You said it was up to you. I didn't realize that was the end of it.
I forgot that was the end of it, otherwise I would have told you.
Alright.
I
So
could've
now we
told-
have to sit through this again. But this time
I could have told you that.
It's okay,
It's an awesome
speedrun.
cutscene, though.
I just didn't remember there was anything back there.
John.
John.
Johan?
Jonathan.
Hey, that's one of my brother's names. No, it's not. Don't remember that. I'm not doxing myself.
Can you believe they did this all in Adobe Flash?
I can't believe they did it all in Adobe Flash because there is some crazy shit out there in Adobe Flash.
They did all of Generation 4 in
miss
Adobe Flash.
I could never get the hang of it myself.
I find it more impressive.
Magic was all in Flash even last season. That's why they had to cancel it.
Whoa, everyone's
Ginger-
breaking up a bit.
Ginger's speaking in
Too loud.
Eldritch tongues now.
Do I sound okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it-
Okay,
Can you
sound better now.
turn down the flash?
Oh, right.
Alright, do I sound better now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, all of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic was done in Flash. Like, even the last season, that's why they had to cancel it.
Oh, yeah, because Flash...
Wait, hold. You mean the show?
Yeah!
Yep.
That was Adobe Flash?
Yeah?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah?
You didn't know?
No, I did. I thought it was just like some animation software.
No, yeah, it was all Flash. Yeah, it's worth pointing out that Flash is responsible for a lot of really good animation.
Yeah.
It was
I
shit
tried-
It's a
software,
shame
but
that it's a
people got
security
good with it.
loophole.
Yeah, I didn't like actually using Flash myself, but I do miss having the Flash player on like DeviantArt and stuff.
I mean, just pointing out that that Stick Freaks, the person that animates Fairy Foxes, did all of their stuff. It wasn't like they started in Paint.
Yeah,
well,
Paint and Movie Maker.
Yeah, she started with Paint and Movie Maker. She tried using Flash, but didn't like it either.
Wait, did you say Stick Freaks?
Yeah.
Yes.
Huh.
She makes Fairy Foxes.
That's how the majority of us met.
Oh, cool. So, have any of you, by any chance, read Ex Vulnerum?
No.
Some of it.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Have you ever come across the animated, the comic extra? That's also Stick Freaks.
Oh yeah, yeah. I found that through Ex Vulnerum.
Yeah. I'm several of us are voice actors for Stick Freaks' Fairy Fox project.
Oh. We came all the way here just to say that there's nothing to see through here.
Alright. Arrow.
Ooh, this is good.
It's okay, we got a good conversation out of it.
Yeah. Aww.
Round one.
Fun.
Dead. Nice going, Rose.
That was a little anticlimactic, wasn't it?
Rose. Uber angry. Boosh. They just don't make gods like they used to. Arrow.
Yeah.
Dov, answer.
Strider!
Oh my fucking god.
What?
What do you mean, what? We just got done talking and agreed it would be awesome if you didn't bother me for a while. You know, like, while I guess I grieved over this brutally murdered rad family member or something.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
It was 5 seconds ago.
I think that was hours ago for me. I am a little foggy on all our logistical shenanigans at this point. There's been so much crazy stuff going on here, I've lost track.
So you're officially going non-linear with me then? We're just forfeiting all rhyme and reason to this unmitigated clusterfuck? Is that it?
Dave, your entire existence is nonlinear. Don't be so melodramatic.
Oh, whoops. Okay, in the future I'll try not to pitch any sort of dramatics while brooding over the cadavers of slaughtered loved ones.
Did you love him, Dave?
No.
But he was your strange human man, Lucis, who taught you to like cool things like swords and puppets and moving really fast. How could you not?
Puppets aren't cool. They're shitty, small, fake people who haunt your dreams and grin like permanent assholes. I was making a joke about being all broken up about it. A guy can be sad and make jokes at the same time.
You are sad, but not broken up about it? I don't understand.
Exactly.
But you said you were grieving.
I said we'd agreed you'd leave me alone to grieve. Didn't say whether I actually would or actually am.
Well, are you?
I'm grieving to the max like a widow on Dead Husband Island. Behind these chill as fuck shades, my face is having a crazy attack of the sads. My rue is fucking bananas. Can't you tell?
No, I can't. You don't sound sincere, but it's so hard to tell what layer of irony removed from reality your flippant remarks are supposed to be. I am betting you really are sad, no matter how hilarious and aloof you think you're being.
The truth is a mystery, tucked behind the pursed lips of a shitty riddler. They will be loosened only when presented with the conundrous grandeur of rigid and soluble puzzlecock.
Blah, that makes no sense.
I'm sorry you're so flustered by the mere mention of glittering mythical crypto dick. It honestly makes me think you're not ready for the truth.
Dave, your perplexing euphemisms involving what I presume to be lewd and vaguely intriguing portions of human anatomy I think are not as hilarious as you probably believe. And in any case, you may be amazed to learn I am not totally in the mood for your dumb, smart-assy hornswogglery. I have lots of my own problems here, and they are big, big problems. So why don't you just tell me what you were thinking for once?
It's pretty simple. I'm just thinking about how I'm going to take this sword.
Yeah, I never really got why you wouldn't just pull it out.
Filthiest thing you ever said.
Huh?
Forget it. Pulling swords out of things isn't how I roll. I'm not John, remember?
I am not following.
I'm not a hero. My bro was. John is. I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No.
Yes, we all are. I am the hero of mind, you are the hero of time. That is who we were created to be.
Fine, it's a title we inherit as phlegm babies or whatever, but what have I done to earn it? Pretty much nothing but horsing around through time, swindling dumb fuck alligators out of their life savings. If that sword's coming out of his chest, it's coming out clean. Taking it vertically means drawing more blood, but horizontally means a clean break.
No, don't.
Dave, break. Arrow. Arrow. Bunk. Arrow.
Sling.
Dave, get up.
Nah, fuck that. I'm gonna lie my ass right down here for a while looking slightly less cool than I make myself out to be ordinarily.
You must stand tall. Only a true hero could pull off such an acrobatic fucking pirouette off that handle.
That is basically what I just did, isn't it?
Yes.
That's what I'm doing here. I'm making a point of making every little thing take place what was once mentioned in passing, no matter how seemingly trivial or pointless. That's how all the best adventures get strung together. You haven't heard me bleat like a goat for ironically humorous purposes yet, have you?
No.
Oh, that was something that was mentioned at some point by someone I forget when or why. I bet you're on goddamn pins and needles waiting for that one, aren't you?
Are you about to bleat like an earth goat, Dave?
No, fuck that.
Then will you at least get up?
No, fuck you. Go away.
Ugh, why do I do this to myself?
What?
Subject myself to this moody nonsense of curmudgeonly candy-blooded foul mouths.
I don't know. Why are you even talking to me anyway? Aside from the fact that several hours from now, you apparently forget I don't need consolation and ought to be left alone.
Maybe it just so happens that for once this isn't about you. Maybe I am the one who needs some help. Has that occurred to you, Mr. Cool Kid?
Oh?
Anyway, I remember now. Sorry, everyone went kind of shit hive here and I got bitten, I think. And I kind of forgot where I left off with you.
Bitten? What?
But I remember where this all fits into the chronology, you with your bro here. This was just before you begged me to finally show you how to reach God tier. So I did, and then you got mad at me, so you decided to go do your own thing for a while, and since then I have been up to my pointy little nubs in suspense, intrigue, and betrayal.
Well, that sure sounds like a dumb way to say a thing. Almost Egbarian elegant stupidity. The T in Egbarian is soft, like shh.
Oh.
Why would I get mad at you?
Oh, you'll see.
Okay, but yeah, I guess it's about time you showed me what's up with my allegedly futile god tierification. How long ago was it that you did your coin flip thing? I don't even remember. I was getting sure you were just bullshitting me and had no intention of mentioning it ever again.
Unfortunately, no. Maybe I should take the opportunity to apologize in advance.
For what?
I don't think it will be constructive to go into it before it happens.
Before what happens? You mean god tiering? Does something go wrong?
Everything goes according to plan, but that is all I will say. Remember, this conversation is kind of not supposed to be about you. I know the idea is unprecedented.
That's practically unthinkable.
I know.
But I mean, okay, we can talk about your troll problem, but this is pretty important here. The god tier thing and whether I can actually do it or not. It might be kind of hard to tell on account of me chilling face down on the pavement, and also because downplaying feelings is the chief rule of cool, but I'm pretty pissed about this. Which is...
It's weird to feel mad? Are you too cool for that too?
No, it's not weird to be mad, it's just weird. It feels like I'm the only one who is, and the only one even contemplating taking Jack on, even among your group of irate gnashing shitheads.
Hey!
What?
Actually, you're right. Turns out we really do have a lot of shitheads here. And also what happens, the worst one is the one who happens to be planning to take him on.
Well, okay, and that would be a bitch in line to switch the subject to start talking about your complicated problems, but I kinda wasn't done.
Fine. But for someone who just told me to fuck off, you sure are bending my ear suddenly.
But okay, I mean, isn't that what heroes should be doing? Working to take down the... Isn't that what heroes should be doing? Working to take down the bad guy without a whole lot of this fucking grandiloquence and these huge sweeping plans that got nothing to do with fighting him? Like, always biding our time and tiptoeing around the unbeatable god boss. John's too nice to get mad. Rose spends all her time calculating, too focused on Machiavellian ploys of sabotage to try anything drastic. Jade is... I don't even know, probably more of a liability if you got in her head to take him down. Grandiloquence is a good word. If anything, I bet she just needs protection.
What are you saying here, Dave, in this conversation that is still being about you?
I'm just wondering, when does someone actually step up? Jack's got shit to pay for.
If that is how you feel, then I think our two problems are not really different. We are both presently concerned with justice.
Yeah, I guess. I guess it has been on my mind. Maybe I'm supposed to be a hero and rise to the occasion, because there seems to be this little persistent voice in my head nagging me about it, insisting someone's got to pay, and it's hard for me to disagree.
Then it could mean one of two things, or both of the two things like it did for me.
What things?
It could mean that the agent presently influencing you is a conscience and or an exile.
Hero.
I'm pretty sure I don't even have an exile. I've never even heard any voices or anything. Anyway, you don't need a voice in your head to tell you this shit is just so completely illegal. Wait, why did I just say that stupid thing?
Wait, what voice is this is so completely illegal? What voice is that?
That's AR.
Who's AR?
I don't remember who was voicing AR.
Me neither.
This atrocity cannot go unpunished.
I don't think AR's had lines.
Yeah. This atrocity cannot go unpunished. Throw whoever's responsible into the slammer. Slammer means jail, by the way.
Dave, I did not realize you had such a passion for law enforcement. I must say this shocking development is coming dangerously close to giving me a case of the vapors.
No, I mean, okay, that came out wrong. What were we talking about again?
Bringing Jack to justice?
Right. Someone has to make him pay. Can't let him just go unpunished. If I can figure out how to reach the god tier, maybe I can be the one to throw him in the slammer.
The slammer?
Slammer means jail.
I know what slammer means.
You call it the slammer when you're extra angry at crimes.
You call it the slammer when you're extra angry at crimes. Take a note of that important principle, because I am deputizing you even though you're a kid.
Are you taking notes on this important principle? Jesus, get a fucking pen or some chalk or whatever.
I think I am following. You were going to find Jack and put him in jail?
Wait, fuck? What? No.
Dave, I know you were likely discombobulated with grief over your fallen man bro Lucis, but that is extremely silly and doesn't make any sense.
I know it doesn't. I'm just saying... What am I even saying here? Shit.
But only when I'm away from our jurisdiction. Which I think is forever. Bring the criminals to justice, young deputy. Each mutinous agent must pay for their crimes.
I'm still not sure. You're talking about throwing Jack in a slammer and rambling about justice and telling me to get pens and such. Not that I'm complaining.
Okay, forget the slammer stuff. That was stupid. It is about justice, though, and since no one else seems to give a shit about that, it apparently falls in my jurisdiction now. Not just going after Jack, but all the mutinous agents responsible for crimes.
Agents?
Holy shit, why do I care about that suddenly?
Hmm?
Anyway, that's more shit that just popped into my head just now, so...
I have other duties to attend to.
Well, Nora's cronies are exploitable. Are you saying you have a plan that involves targeting them?
Not really. No. Anyway, it's not like being mad about this and hankering for justice is even the only irrational thing I'm currently hot and bothered about. I have other duties to attend to.
Like what?
I must explode this ridiculously illegal edifice.
I've got to explode this ridiculously illegal edifice. Oh my god, what are these words I'm saying?
You have to explode something?
Never mind.
Are you referring to your plan to blow up the green sun?
Oh, yeah, that's got to be what I'm talking about. Probably. I need to shut up now. I'm sounding like an idiot and my head is starting to hurt. Why don't we talk about your thing now? What justice thing do we have to do?
You mean it's actually my turn to talk?
Yes.
But I was beginning to forget my problem listening to your highly enjoyable befuddlement.
Just please tell me your justice problem and make me stop saying stuff. Farewell.
Farewell? What? Wait!
No, I mean, god damn it, I'm not leaving. Farewell is not even a thing I would ever say. Jesus, what am I, a Victorian poet? Can you show me a little respect and assume anytime I say something stupid, it just means I'm temporarily being inexplicably equally stupid? That's what a real friend would do.
Arrow.
Okay, Dave, I will show some sensitivity and cast suspicion on the intellectual merit of everything you have ever said.
Thanks.
I will further demonstrate my friendship by dominating the rest of this conversation with lengthy accounts of my emotional tribulations, leaving no space for you to submit any amusing outbursts.
That sounds awesome.
Quiet! Now, where was I?
Justice problems.
Oh, yes, of course. You see, our aims are not that dissimilar, our pursuits of justice, I mean, but yours is motivated by anger and the heat of the moment, which is blinding you to the consequences of attempting something very foolish. You are far too cool to succumb to anything like that, which is why you will come to your senses shortly. My situation is a little more complicated. It's less personal, though once it was a grudge which propelled our rivalry. Now its resolution has become a matter of practicality, if not professionalism. Businesslike, the way a true legislator conducts her prosecutions. Dave, did you know that centuries ago on my planet, legislators were not confined to stuffy court blocks arguing cases before his honorable tyranny?
Oh shit, are you fucking serious?
Yes! Also, shush. I know you are sassing me due to my use of terms unfamiliar to humans, but it is true. They were deployed throughout the galaxy to apprehend criminals by any means necessary.
No, I got that. They're like your alien death lawyers who were sort of like bounty hunters in olden times. Pretty simple to decipher through context.
I thought I told you to be quiet. I am monologuing here. Anyway, they would not rest until their suspect was in custody, one way or another. They would gather evidence over the course of the investigation, compiling a case to be presented at the trial, should one be held before the final submission of the guilty corpse to judicial authorities. Personal feelings and vendettas did not matter, nor did even the nature of the crime. Only justice did. They were selected for their cunning and martial prowess, and for their ability to understand the minds of the criminals they sought. This is why the burden has to be mine, I think. I am the only one who knows how to handle her. As such, she is my responsibility.
She?
Shush!
Okay, I can't even make little interrogative quips to grease the wheels of your monologue?
Oh, yeah, that's okay. In fact, it is very helpful. Who do you think?
Arrow.
Spider Troll.
You are correct. The spideriest one of them all.
You've decided to take her down then?
I guess so.
You don't sound that psyched about it.
Well, I am here talking to you about it instead of actually doing it, aren't I?
Are you feeling guilty? Like second guessing whether she deserves it?
Not exactly.
Hasn't she done enough terrible shit to warrant legislation?
That is not a thing. But yes, the case against her is overwhelming. More than you even know. She's completely out of control now. She has murdered at least one of my good friends, and possibly several others. I'm not sure yet. The circumstances are a little fishy, but my investigation is ongoing.
Arrow.
Additionally, I have discovered she is complicit in Jack's rise to power. When I learned he came from your session, I mistakenly blamed you all and took it out on a hapless Egbert. But if anyone has to pay for releasing that demon on both our groups, it is her.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, and she knows I know. She has been taunting me, trying to stir up our old rivalry. That is what this whole John versus Dave thing has been about.
There is no John versus Dave thing, though.
I know, not really, but it's just a game. But the game is serious business to her. Like it was during our role-playing days. And just like then, she's ruined everything by taking it too far. And in spite of all her past crimes, these are not even the most important reasons to stop her. She has decided to fight Jack herself, which is an extremely dangerous and stupid thing to do. Sound familiar, Dave?
Are you gonna stop me too then? Hunt me down and lawyer viscerate me for my own good?
No, I'll just let you try to reach the god tier and then decide for yourself.
Are you saying that I won't make God tier, or I won't be strong enough if I do?
Objection!
What?
We are talking about you again. I motion that all Dave-centric testimony be stricken from the record.
Lame. Motion overruled. The judge wants to see where this is going.
No, he doesn't. You know perfectly well he doesn't give a shit. He will clear this court block if he does not have order. He swears to Jigus.
Okay, fine. We can keep obsessing over your fucked up Kisma sister if you want.
It's not like that.
Do you think she stands a chance against him?
No.
Then what's the big deal? Why not let her go get her shit ruined by Jack and let justice happen that way?
Because I am quite sure that if she goes to find him, it will tip him off to our location in the Vale. I have seen it already. That is why this is no simple vendetta. Bringing her to justice is critical to our survival.
So why don't you go do it?
Because I'm not sure if I can.
You mean you can't beat her in a fight?
No, it's not that. It's just that when the time comes, I'm not sure if I will be able to kill her.
I thought trolls were all about gratuitous murderings.
Yes, it's true. We are supposed to revel in bloodshed as we grow up, and she seems to be embracing her rite of passage with reckless abandon, as I would expect, grabbing the bull by the horns, so to speak. It's a little intimidating because I'm not sure if I'm ready for that, which I guess is normal?
Are you asking me to reassure you about that? Because I seriously don't have a clue.
It's okay, Dave. Still monologuing. I guess I am not so much worried about not being ready as I am that I might not actually want to be ready. Maybe ever. Maybe there's something wrong with me.
I don't understand. I thought you were insane kinds of ape shit over the macabre stuff, like being all cutesy about executions and smelling cherry blood and such things contrived to get a guy feeling vaguely uncomfortable. Was that all an act?
Not an act, just fun. I like fun, Dave, and I also like games. Don't you like fun and games?
Of course the fuck not.
Liar.
Didn't you say you've killed people before?
There's a big difference between manipulating people to their doom with trickery and killing someone by your own hand. It is a bit like having to face your own death and discovering the difference between leaving the responsibility to someone else and doing the dirty work yourself. Maybe you'll understand someday.
Arrow.
Okay. I'd like to help you out, but I don't know what advice I should be giving to a member of a murderous species who's gun shy on going off to justice murder a murder-happy murderer who's done lots of murders. It feels pretty weird and inappropriate for me to be the one to tell you, fuck yes, go for it. She's got this huge murder with her name on it anyways. It's cruising right at her down Comeuppance Boulevard. So I don't know. Do you want me to tell you to be a better human or to be a better troll?
I can't tell you what to advise me, chump ass. Maybe I'm not even looking for advice per se, but just want to talk to someone about it.
Well, all right. Well, all I'll say is maybe if you kill her at least, we can finally stop obsessing over her.
Sign. Yeah, fair enough.
Why don't you just do what you think you have to do? And I'll do the same. Speaking of which...
Oh, right. You'll be bugging me about showing you how to reach the god tier soon. Prompted by this conversation, I imagine. Who'd have thought?
These time shenanigans completely blindsided us. They practically never even happen.
I know.
So I hang up now with future you and then start pestering present you about it? Is that how it works?
Yes.
And I make sure not to reference anything said here to keep it simple, except in like an offhand way that'll seem retroactively logical to your future self, i.e. you right now. If for no other reason, then it'd be boring as hell to rehash it.
That sounds about right, but what do I know? You're the time guy after all. Luckily, I will not have to participate in these charades this time around.
Does luck actually matter?
Exit. Also, we have Kepler Cam. No, we have Vega Cam this time.
Vega.
Yeah. We don't get to see Vega that often.
End of year 2. 4/13/2009 to 4/13/2011. Remove disc 1.
You can click it. Click the remove disc 1.
Oh. Insert disc 2. Disc 2 is missing. Yeah, Vega's kind of does his own thing. Doesn't hang around the computer as much. But we got him now.
All right, that's it.
Arrow.
Huh.
Keep playing anyway.
You have no idea what the hell this thing is or why you would need another disc. You just capture log it and proceed. There is justice to be done, and you are running out of time.
Trezzy, proceed. There's no sound, and it can't move. So, Terezi, read note.
Wait, go back.
Oh.
Go back.
Go back.
There is stuff.
Yeah, you should be able to, like, just
Fuzzy.
hit. There we go.
You cannot control Terezi. How can you possibly expect to play this game when you've lost the game disc? All you can do is watch what she decides to do. You find a note stuck to the floor with Nepida's claw. It appears to be addressed to you, written on a page torn from the journal of Viska's ancestor. Her taunts are becoming increasingly flagrant.
Read note. Oh no, there's an evil clown nearby. Wake up!
You cannot wake up because you are not actually asleep. You are just taking a breather in this nice cozy pile of horrifically mutilated scalemates which were gathered here to break your fall for some reason. You wonder where you are. This is a fancy looking room. It doesn't look like a place you would expect to find on this meteor, at least not in any strictly canonical capacity.
Examine surroundings.
This dapper kiwi-suited gentleman is quite familiar. You are almost positive he made an appearance in that very crowded dream you had recently. Where did he go? Something in this room smells funny. And fast.
Climb stairs.
You cannot ascend. The staircase is suffering from a catastrophic horn clog.
Exit door.
The door is locked. You will either need a key or to break it down with force. You would need to achieve an especially heightened state of determination to pull that off, though.
Arrow.
You've been completely hornswoggled. This whole thing was a setup from the start. A trap deployed by a cunning mastermind. All of the clues are adding up. A trap deployed... Wait, I read wrong. The blood, the note, the flagrant displays of tricksterism and japery. The identity of the puppet master behind all of this is now painfully obvious to you.
Arrow.
Spider troll.
Play records.
None of these should get us copyrighted.
Yeah.
There is text on this page, though.
Oh, right. You select appropriate crime-solving music to set the right mood. With this kind of atmosphere, it is highly unlikely that any crime will stay unsolved for long.
Remove Midnight Crew record.
No, this vaudevillian cornball nonsense will not do it all. The mood is just not right for figuring out crimes. You put the record back in its sleeve.
Examine cover.
Who's this douchebag?
Arrow.
Wait, you didn't push play on the video.
It was a video?
Yeah, it's a little tall.
I'm going to give you a great song now by Eddie Morton, one of my favorite ragtime era performers on record, who was actually a former Philadelphia police officer before he made it big on vaudeville, and then became a recording artist with such record companies as Victor and Columbia. So here he is with a song he did in 1909 called I'm a Member of Midnight Crew. Mr. Eddie Morton.
Just a man afraid to go home in the dark. I always spend my evenings where there's woman, wine, and song. But like a man, I always bring my little wife along.
We don't need to.
I'm a member of the midnight, the old Broadway. Home at 2. I ran for home and saw the...
I'm a member of the... Mr. Eddie Morton, and I'm a member of the Midnight Crew. Done 101 years ago on the Victor Grand Prize label, and that's Victor number 16324.
That video was from 2008. The song is much older now.
Arrow.
Before you can make heads or tails of who exactly this douchebag is, something rolls out of the sleeve. It appears to be a very small record. What is such a small record doing in this great big sleeve?
Arrow.
You got Homestuck Disc 2! You cannot get over how tiny this record is. It's adorable. You wonder what sort of music it plays.
Play tiny record. Arrow?
Predictably, you scratch the surface of the disc. What were you expecting? It's almost like you don't even know what a CD is. With the disc damaged, who knows what sort of effects it will have on the data? Better store it somewhere safe to prevent any more mishaps.
Capture log disk.
It should be perfectly safe from any similar kinds of damage while secured in your scratch and sniff modus.
Examine chests.
You've spent way too much time calibrating the ambiance of your investigation and not nearly enough time investigating. It is one of the most common pitfalls to being an investigator, aside from literal pitfalls which you actually fall into. There are 2 chests in this secret room. Nothing out of the ordinary. Chests are everywhere in this lab, and people find it all too tempting to sneak their personal belongings into them for safekeeping. That is until those goods are stolen shortly after by those who can't resist looting every chest they encounter, which is everybody. Maybe these ones contain clues.
Open chest.
You got your neophyte red glare role-playing outfit. What is this doing in here? You have not worn it since your flarping days. The only part of it you kept on hand was the stylish pair of glasses, which of course, since the incident, has managed to become a regular accessory. But you cannot imagine how someone could have gotten their hands on the rest of it. Surely a crafty and resourceful criminal is at work. Spider troll, spider troll, spider troll!
Wear suit.
You gotta read the thing out loud.
I did.
Oh, well,
Wear
I didn't
suit.
hear it.
Wear suit! Wear the suit!
You don the garb of the legendary Legislacerator. It brings back memories of many successful fantasy prosecutions resulting in the real executions of rival players. Those were the days.
Open other chest.
You got your Pyrospite plush. Pyrospite was your skillmate sidekick during your campaigns. He was the model of loyalty, friendship, and righteous retribution. More than could be said for another partner in justice. There's no doubt about it anymore. She is clearly baiting you into confrontation. You mean, baiting.
Hug Pyrospite.
You embrace your old friend, releasing a mighty and majestic squeak. It has been too long, old friend. You vow to never let him out of your scent again.
Arrow. Arrow.
Look, though.
This puppet is becoming a nuisance. It appears to exhibit the same incredible puppet fastness properties which Dave's had. Must be some sort of universal puppet enchantment. It couldn't possibly be the same one because that would just be insane. Hey, where did Pyrospite go?
Look up.
There he is. How'd he get all the way up there? He has always been quite the slippery scalawag. Maybe he was reminding you to check out the note. You almost forgot Iz was up there, what with all your furious investigating. Most of which has involved fooling around with records, hugging plush toys, and cosplaying as a childhood heroine.
Read
Is anybody looking at me?
Looking at you? What?
Oh, you are showing video.
Yes. Yes, I is.
Oh, you have it.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, wait.
Oh, that's so cute.
Hang on, I gotta... I wasn't prepared for this. Let me get the pop-up out, and there.
I love your pyro spite.
Thanks.
She's got the pyro spite.
He my boy.
So cute.
Does it squeak?
Nah. I had to make those sounds myself.
Fair enough.
Alright. Just as you thought, it is a message from Vriska summoning you to do battle. It is written in Gamzee's rich, jelly-smelling blood, but it is her handwriting for sure. Her quirk is present, leaving the matter undebatable. But why the hell does she want you to bring this stupid puppet along? She's so weird. There's a journal entry on the back. It probably isn't the slightest bit relevant to the current situation, but you guess it couldn't hurt to read it anyway.
Examine journal entry.
I suppose I'll have to get used to writing with this hand instead. I now do so in captivity while I bring my awe to bear on the immensity of the subjugulator's high jinx. I took their gesture as plain avowal of my prosecution's futility. With a lone neophyte assigned to the task, how could I view it otherwise? I was sure they'd drawn from the bottom of their deck, not intending to squander more competent mercenaries on one who'd made a show of outclassing them all before. But I discovered too late that Red Glare was their wild card all along. How was one allowed to be raised by a dragon in this era? Let alone one of such middling blood, the sickly hue of a gutless civil servant. Those of her caste are typically pleased to mount a sluggish collar bear, or some brainless, squawking spleen fowl during petty expeditions to plaster seizure notices on gambling property. By what fluke was this woman granted such a weapon, permitting her to luxuriate in these delusions of righteousness? Something blocked the light of the unbitten moon, treating the harbor to darkness more grim than what fell this season's apogee. I made the mistake of looking into its eyes, each like a sun concentrated into a small jewel, as two hot garnets searing through a black veil. I shut mine quickly, but the more sensitive of them was burned irreparably. When I regained sight in the other, there was only red. My fleet was in flames. The neophyte was on deck. Pyrospite, she mentioned through her ridiculous forced grin. She wanted me to know the name of the beast which was able to consume my Lucis whole. My dice were in the hold below, not that my present luck would consent to a favorable roll anyway. I made a move for my blade. She took my arm, which I'm sure she kept as the tiniest of snacks for her ostentatious custodian. Maybe she meant to prove she wouldn't need me in irons to have my submission. Bound or free, 2, 1, or none. I wonder how well she knows it's not what I do with my arms she has to fear. I await my trial.
Insert disc 2. Oh, this is not gonna go well. What? Okay, it's loading. It's still loading. Oh wow, that's trippy.
This sure is familiar.
He has found determination.
I have to agree, Swift. This is also one of my favorites. I especially love all the callbacks.
Arrow.
Indeed.
Arrow.
Much fanfare was made of the trial, more than I would have dared to hope. It seems my luck has been returning as of late.
Arrow.
The High-Bloods surely intended to make a spectacle of my conviction. They filled the court block with peasants ravenous for the comeuppance of a blue blood. I wasn't about to deny them what they came for.
Arrow.
It was kind of the authorities to supply me with a ounce of such impressionable spectators. The weak wills were nearly as thick in the air as the rust in their veins. Funny how my other senses seem to have peaked since exchanging glances with the dragon. What an extraordinary specimen. How I've come to covet the creature since it ruined my fleet. I know too well the whispers of a dangerous new infatuation when they beckon. But I digress.
Arrow.
It was simple enough to nudge the hostility of the low-bloods from one aristocrat to another. The subjugulators could not have been pleased, but nor could they have been altogether unamused, I would suspect. I wonder if this was a part of their unfathomable game. I'll never understand their riddles.
Arrow.
I only regret I didn't get to hear the opening statement the neophyte had prepared against me. The case she compiled from all that evidence she burnt must have been damning. I bet her remarks would have stung worse than when she severed my arm. She certainly would have shown me greater mercy by taking the other instead.
Arrow.
Alas, I'm ought to disguise the extent of my regrets. Had my escape not necessitated her demise, she would have made a lovely rival. If she'd only discarded her childish preoccupation with justice, we might have made a striking scourge. Had we inched blacker, we'd have torn red miles across the land and sea. Unfortunately, the only miles to be found through her bureaucratic calling were those of red tape. When so ensnared, one is eventually bound to be choked. With the court block cleared, all that remained to obstruct my freedom was his honorable tyranny himself.
Arrow.
Upon reflection, Redglare showed the foresight of a true seer in thieving my arm before the trial.
Arrow.
It permitted a fair fight.
Arrow.
Though I was free, I had no fleet. No matter. With the gambling decimated, I'd embraced the turn in fortune and pledged to put my sea-grifting days behind me. With any luck, the skies will be my future. My thoughts again returned to that dragon. But first, I was in need of temporary refuge. I sought it with the expatriate.
Arrow.
He owed me for the sweeps of protection I provided after his brazen defiance of the High-Bloods. It was perhaps the only such courageous stand ever taken against a superior by one of his supercilious pedigree, and I'd not have bothered sticking my neck out for another. But the admiration he'd won naturally wore thin as he persistently bemoaned his treason and banishment, and I was saddened to find his habit of holding strong even now. I wonder if he still believes she is worth it.
Arrow. He's strong.
Yes. Repairing my arm would go a little further in squaring his debt with me. Even if I came with both intact, I might have ripped off one and put him to the task just to halt his blubbering. Darklear was always a skilled machinist, and the work provided an adequate distraction. So pacified, he listened to what I had to say about my recent travails with the law and Pyrrelspite, and what I'd come for in truth, the treasure he'd been keeping safe for me.
Arrow.
I cradled the oracle in my synthetic hand as if appraising by weight the mystic qualities it still concealed. With my vision eightfold seared away, I was blind to its secrets as the old doctor was to its present whereabouts. I'd learned to keep it cloaked from the awareness of the man who once called me his protege, a backhanded term of endearment from a smug manipulator. Locating his so-called dark pockets was the only gambit I had in countering his milk-tongued doublespeak. The expatriate, for indiscernible reasons, seemed naturally surrounded by such a void in the doctor's awareness, and so was uniquely fit to inherit the orb. The doctor could not see his treasure, nor I into it. I considered what to do with it for a while. Should I find Pyrrelspite by consulting with the oracle, as I'd done so often to steal fortune from my adversaries? I guessed exploiting some technological means of gazing through its surface may have been simple enough, but I hesitated. Every expedient granted by its counsel, though never instantly, came at a price. Knowing his nature, I'm surprised I only now recognize it as yet another instrument of his spurious benevolence, dangerous by way of selective divulgence. The sense of infallibility his oracle brought me was superficial, and in hindsight weakened my readiness. Knowing my fate so far in advance, I took Redglare's threat lightly. The greatest mistake I have ever made was asking the orb when I would die. But as I revisited the prophecies surrounding this unfortunate query, something struck me. I thought of the man I would have as a mate spirit centuries from now, who was said to command an army of beasts. The one it called the Summoner.
Arrow!
If my obsession with the dragon should continue to burn for so long, would he be the one to assist me in taming it? I did not have enough knowledge to ask the right questions when I had the opportunity. Were that the case, I might have asked if it would be his rare abilities of communion that would bring Pyrospite under control. Would it be on account of my influence? And if so, would I exert this influence by taking his will or winning his heart? These are details I would have given no second thought in drawing from the orb, my curiosity a force usually too much to quell. But now, I have thought of the Summoner often. I have been troubled to know that as one so common-blooded, he could not possibly have hatched yet, nor will he wriggle from the caverns for many sweeps. So I must have patience to take up my role in his story of heroism. It is a tale which reads to me as though lifted from a child's story, yet I know I'd be a fool to doubt its veracity entirely. He would rise through the ranks of the cavalry reapers and assume command, having proven the most skilled and fearless of them. He would exhibit a remarkable pubation, the sort only recorded in myth, growing, or perhaps simply revealing, a striking pair of wings. His army thus inspired would spearhead a major rebellion, surely one at least on the scale of the sectarian revolt crushed by the High Bloods, who thereafter forbade its mentions or any invocation of the heretical symbols at all, even in private journals. Which is why I will stick to the fable of the Summoner and not risk another execution with even oblique references to the compelling tale of the Sufferer. Resolution to the Summoner's mutiny is foggy, as I only understand what has been relayed to me through the brief answers I thought to solicit. Ultimately, the ire of the Condess would be such that in the settling dust of the conflict, she would banish all from the homeworld except the young. She would scatter all who reached maturity to the stars to fight in her wars, I presume to keep them occupied, existing in a less centralized state from which a coup may arise. This is still an incredible notion for me to consider, and I cannot imagine how she would come to enforce such an upheaval in our civilization. Though I suppose she will have on her side the advantage of an unparalleled lifespan, and the leverage extended by the hideous psychic prongs of her deep, undulating monstrosity. That is, until it chooses another little witch to serve. Nevertheless, I take my prediction as truth, and find it amusing that a homeworld dominated by children will be the great Summoner's legacy. One of them, at least. More importantly, and less amusingly, his legacy will be my demise. You see, I first learned his name when I asked who would be the one to kill me.
Arrow!
I need a drink real quick.
Sounds like a good idea.
I have never spoken nor written of him out of contempt for the prophecy, but do so here in my final entry for this journal. I took this to be a pitiable fate, and scoured the orb for any means of escaping it, or at least to salvage a little dignity from the tale of my downfall. Alas, it had no consolation for my vanity. But as I sit here deciding what to do with the damnable little orb, I understand my error. It was not in failing to chart a course through the future events to turn my fortune's tide, even so many sweeps from now. It was in believing the future was mine to know, and fortune mine to control. This hero is meant to breathe life into my embittered heart, and if he is to earn the right to run it through, then so be it. For him, I will commit to this page my highest expectations. And for what precious uncertainty is left in my future, I renew my vigorous anticipation. The oracle I will resolve to part with. I will conceal it in a crypt bearing the sign of the expatriate, with a map to its location hidden in this journal. To whomever finds it, be wary, for the truth it tells may leave its new keeper blind as I was, though no more.
The lip. What? Horns! Oh, I'm not in control, okay.
Nope.
Dead! Dead.
Hey, Red Glare, nice outfit. Same to you, Vriska. As much as it pains me to admit, your fruity orange fairy suit smells delicious.
Thanks. I see you finally wised up and started taking this seriously. It was hard to antagonize you. Oh, god damn it.
Character, this is serious business. I brought a deadly cane sword and a gold coin and everything.
Shut up. Yes, I see that. So you've come for revenge then? I thought we settled all this a long time ago.
No, not revenge, justice, for the despicable murders of our innocent friends.
Murders? Like plural?
Vriska, please, do not try to deny it. Tavros, Nepeta, even Gamzee. Really, Vriska, Gamzee?
Gamzee isn't dead, you dope. He flipped out or something and now... Well, yeah, okay. There was like one murder I was responsible for. You know, Tavros, that was me, I guess. But that's it. He's the only one I killed. Just that one guy.
We both know you can't beat Jack. All that will happen is you will leave him here and he will kill us all. He will follow your sugary pixie trail with his keen canine snout. I have already seen this consequence in my mind's eye. Fascinating. Why don't you tell me your terms already? Forget my pixie trail. At this rate, my snoring will lead him to us. What I propose is simple. I flip. Heads, you stay. Scratch, you go.
You're kidding, right? You want luck to decide this? Maybe you forgot who you're dealing with. I am the Thief of Light. You expect me to lose a simple coin flip? I've got all the luck. Remember?
I did not forget. What will it be, Marquise?
Just flip the fucking coin, neophyte.
Kudos for keeping up. Sorry for interrupting earlier. But yeah, nice work keeping up.
Yeah.
Quit. Wouldn't it be amazing if this is how Homestuck actually ended?
You are new forces. You will not be able to resume playing unless you can repair the scourge in the disc. You will need to seek the service of someone who is capable of fixing a scourge. A scourge doctor, if you will.
You rang? That was a joke. Of course you didn't. I don't have a doorbell, remember? Ha hee hee, hoo hoo. Please, come in.
Whoa. Okay.
Welcome to my apartment. I trust you'll find my voices more palatable against this decor. I continue to be an excellent host. I am expecting 2 more guests later, first one and then another. Make yourself comfortable in the meantime, but don't touch the candy on the table. That is reserved for one of my guests. Let's have a look at this disc. She really did a number on it, didn't she? It's virtually unplayable like this. What a shame. There are many moments trapped on this disc which you would have no doubt found to be quite exhilarating. But yes, I can fix it. It will take time, though. I estimate, by which I mean I am certain by way of omniscience, that when I am done, we will have reached just shy of this green circle on the card above. I'm sure you have already presumed this mark represents the beginning of Act 6. The disc should be ready to run in time to witness the critical event. A confluence of thickly interwoven, concurrent circumstances which have been meticulously arranged by myself, influenced to a much lesser extent by you, and by an even more negligible degree our heroes. The scratch will be healed in time to watch these heroes put into motion, yes, the scratch itself. If you don't mind waiting here while I complete my repairs, I will tell the rest of the story. I will show you as well as I recover data from the disk, but the visuals I supply will be nothing more than abbreviated snapshots, and my telling will be abridged. Immortality notwithstanding, I'm not going to live forever, you know.
I think the ticks and talks are still you.
Yeah.
And since for once in my life time is at a premium, let's get on with it. Where were we? Never mind, I figured it out instantly because of my unfathomable intellect, limitless knowledge, and mind-boggling charisma. Granted, my charisma had less to do with it than the other qualities, but it didn't hurt, did it? Here, I'll show you. The Seer of Mind had challenged the Thief of Light to a simple game of chance. If the result was the undamaged side, the thief would agree to stay. If not, she would go. The result of the flip was left inconclusive, at which point he decided to pay me a visit. But the inconclusive should not be confused with the uncertain. The actual result was trivial. It was a constant across all timelines. Both the seer and the thief knew. The thief used her abilities to steal the fortune of her opponent, and forced the flip to yield what she regarded as the most favorable outcome. The seer anticipated this move correctly. This is why I don't care much for gambling. While a sucker is born with each tick of the clock, a cheater is born with each talk betwixt. Also because it is boring, and I am already a very wealthy man. The seer relayed her terms through the generally understood argot of an assassin. The result, go, while at face value would suggest the thief was allowed to leave, was actually the seer's code for the threat of death. This was obvious to everyone, including the thief. While the thief turned to fly away, making a show of claiming her prize, the seer would stab her in the back the moment her guard was dropped. This was her plan. Not a particularly clever tactic in its own right, but its ingenuity didn't dwell in the novelty of the ruse, nor even the neutralized probabilities in the game of chance. Psychology was in play. Naturally, the thief knew this was her intent all along. She knew the seer would have understood the outcome to be rigged, and that she likely intended to kill her as a consequence of the fixed result. This was to be seen as an implicit dare to the thief to allow the flip to fall fairly, something which the seer knew the thief's ego wouldn't allow. And the seer knew the thief knew all this as well. Just another pair of cheaters attempting to play with their cards face up. Amateurs. Each was gambling not with any vehicle of probability which had been eliminated from the equation, but with each other's intentions. The thief indeed took the seer's bait, stealing the luck needed to effect the flip in defiance of her dare, And in turning to leave, she then posed a dare of her own to the seer, challenging her to back up the implied threat. This was the thief's gamble. She wagered the seer would not be able to go through with it. It turned out she was right. So ends a tale of rivalry.
Can you say it again?
So ends a tale of rivalry. Well, almost. There's a bit more, but in order to understand its proper conclusion, we should first catch up with another of my proteges, from which I'm expecting a message shortly. The other seer. The other hero of light.
I feel bad for her, man. She should have done it. She got played.
Round 2. Strife! Here we left our human hero of light. She flew away to take vengeance on the noir this side of the scratch. That is, the one less angry and dangerous. The one not yet unmotivated by a compelling duel. Compelling, but not particularly challenging. The seer wouldn't win this duel. My apologies if this spoils the outcome for you. I can't speak as discreetly about such matters against this canvas. I warned her. I warned my neophyte protege not to stare into that. I told her about stairs. I'll remind you that the pacing of my account will be characterized by a reduction in granularity from what you have come to expect by way of an undamaged disc. You will imagine the remainder of the duel to be sensational, and I will continue my steady distribution of facts as if they were pieces of candy poured from a bottomless white hemisphere. The duel ends. The seer dies. The slayer departs. The heir comes back to life. This outcome was hardly a point of suspense. It would be disingenuous of me to present it as such, and I will not belittle your intelligence with such a tawdry narrative ploy. It would be rude, and I am too well dressed for that kind of behavior. If there truly stood some chance of permanence to the heir's corpsehood, I can hear you asking now, how could this moment later come to pass? And for that matter, what sort of story would this be with our human hero of breath made to stay a cadaver? Definitely not one the Alpha timeline would allow. And what sort of spectator would you be if you'd forgotten the terms ruling the conditional immortality he won with his previous, similarly unceremonious impaling? He'd done nothing to earn by which we might laud his fall as heroic, nor had he tasted notoriety. To secure a death one may parse as just. And while I can't give you my
You keep
I'm
cutting off at the
reasonably-
last
Yeah.
syllable again.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm giving like a full second between lifting the button. And while I can't give my assurance, I'm reasonably convinced of this much. When the hero of breath dies for good, it won't be as a scoundrel. But not for lack of a devoted mentor. If I had served as his mentor directly rather than as his mentor's mentor's mentor, he may have stood a fair chance of perpetrating something underhanded. At the very least, his jokes might have been better. Instead, he got the other hero of light, Always bugging him, bugging and fussing and meddling. What's her deal? Let's find out. I mentioned there was a bit more to her story. I believe it's time to resume it. I trust you won't mind if I step away for a moment. I have important guests arriving very soon. If you need me, I'll be up here, making sure everything is in order, which it already is, and keeping an eye, which I don't have, on the clock, which I don't need.
Like, actually look at the top of the page.
Oh.
He's there now.
Huh. Oh, he moved.
Lots of Scotty dogs.
Oh, it's this scene.
Yep. Bonk.
Bonk.
He was just like, nah, I'm not interested.
Apologies for my preoccupation. I have managed to pacify the rowdier of my two other guests with sugary little black dogs, so that I may continue my narration. But only briefly. In a moment, I will go stand over by my typewriter and teach my neophyte protege the consequences for taking advice from strange men over the internet, while I continue to attend to my second guest, who is you from an earlier point in the story. Remember?
Smoosh.
We met here in my apartment a little while ago. At that moment, I was busy hosting you from the future, who is you right now, but I did not mention this at the time. I would have introduced your past self to your future self, and vice versa. But it is a well-known fact that past and future selves tend not to get along. A good host would never tolerate the potential for discord among guests, and as hosts go, I am simply the best there is. Please don't be alarmed. Past you was just leaving. Where was I? Of course. The two heroes of light had challenged the same Jack Noir, the one straddling the scratch in about 20 hours of his own time, to a circumstantially simultaneous pair of duels. Circumstantial simultaneity is a concept more complex than its temporal analog, and is valuable for examining the properties of paradox space. It is the agent responsible for the major cosmic event which pre-extinction Alternians came to refer to as the Great Undoing. The same concept rules the innumerable lesser events by which this critical moment shall be catalyzed, including the break, my employer's arrival, the detonation of a very powerful bomb, and my own death. It is an abstraction weaving together the fortunes of otherwise perfectly disparate chronologies, and such as those bound to a pair of distinct sessions. It's not fully comprehensible to a mortal mind, and the lengths I will go to explain it to you will not extend beyond this sentence. But the story will. The slayer was, for the moment, unmotivated by the thief's motion for a compelling duel. This side of the scratch, he opted for a more ruthless and calculating policy of extermination. On his arrival, not about to repeat the mistakes leading to his banishment, he quickly obliterated all 12 planets, followed by Prospit and Durst, to weed out those who might outsmart him in the same manner. With as little fanfare, he seized the opportunity to follow the thief's trail quickly before it dissipated, and destroyed their hideout in the Vale.
Wow, it's
And now
it's
knowing
almost
her-
like she was warned this would happen.
And now knowing her position, he would soon return for the duel she wanted, but not without a pair of trophies.
Wow, it's almost like he was warned this would happen.
Note that Slick is about to drink some motor oil.
Yeah. Yeah, gotta keep an eye out on the top banner now.
Tick. Tock.
Wait, he's not drinking it, he's pouring it.
Oh yeah, you're right. My bad.
Oh, he mentioned to Rose that his guest was setting things on fire.
Again, sorry for the interruption. My conversation with the girl ran a bit long, slightly exceeding the 1 second I scheduled for it. This is where events began to outpace my awareness. The deeper into this dark pocket we explore, the more I will be forced to speculate. I rarely have cause to rely on probability, but luckily for you, my guesses are better than anybody's. I have always believed that a good storyteller should keep a comprehensive record of past events on hand. A scrapbook of personal significance, for instance, from which he may piece together current moments from past ones of a similar, if not identical, nature. It's more efficient. It's also logical, since there is essentially nothing new in paradox space. Everything that can happen is either a visual or a substantive reproduction of something which has already transpired on a timeline, offshoot or otherwise. And if I'm going to speculate on the duel, I might as well make use of earlier clippings. For the Slayer, this was round 1 against the Hero of Light. All I really need to do is flip it turnways, like so, and we have round 2.
Oh, I forgot to, hang on. Yeah, no, he's just pouring it out, and then up here, flick, flick.
Yeah.
This is fine. This is fine.
Exclamation point. The thief would probably roll her dice. And just as probably, due to her impressive hoard of stolen fortune, she would have a 100% chance of rolling the most favorable results. Ordinarily, this would be almost impossibly improbable. The odds of this roll would be 1 in 16,777,216, to be specific. And to be less specific, 1 in 8 to the power of y, where y equals 8. Hee hee.
Wait.
Yep.
He's got the Sleep Bro face, and he's just pouring out more
That was
salty
the-
dogs.
Is the hella Jeff face. Ancestral Awakening.
Oosh.
In round 2, the Slayer would not. Bleh. Pardon me. In round 2, the Slayer would not be merely compelled, but challenged, if my guess is right. Challenged by one claiming godhood before reaping the prodigious spoils from striking down a formidable endgame foe. One with the guile of a cheater, the luck of a clover, the hubris of her mentor, and the drive known only to the pathologically competitive. I believe he'd be challenged, yes, but not outmatched. As one who shares the Slayer's source of power, my projection must give him the unambiguous advantage. But even while I continue to not be a gambling man, This didn't stop being a thing that was true or anything. I'm reasonably sure that if I wouldn't bet against her. Moving on. Let's pull back from this ever-narrowing dark pocket. All this uncertainty is wearing thinner than the only pair of pants in an
Oh,
immortal's wardrobe.
We missed some of the,
Oh, by all means, go back and observe.
Yeah, so
Everything's on fire!
And then Big Boy comes in. He starts putting out the fire. Puts some more of the fire as this little guy starts freaking out.
Clover.
Clover, yeah. And then this guy putting out that. Putting more out. Bonk! Bonk, 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 bonk.
Kill more dead green torsos.
Okay.
Let's pull back from this ever-narrowing dark pocket. All this uncertainty is wearing thinner than the only pair of pants in an immortal's wardrobe. I've never much enjoyed navigating the vortices of alternative possibility. The path which alone has my absolute mastery is the alpha timeline, a continuum I define as that which boasts exclusive rights both to my birth and to my death, two circumstantially simultaneous events. Any divergence from this path to my knowing will taper into blackness like rotting roots. But if I was a seer, such offshoots would be fully within my domain. And if I was a seer of mind in particular, synaptic causality would be my specialty. A seer of mind would have given you a more reliable account, perhaps, but then she would do many things I wouldn't. A seer would support her allies in battle, not with her weapons, but her vision. She would sift through dross of her comrades' poor tactical inclinations and examine the grim consequences. A seer would not charge into the fray headlong, but direct it, as a conductor with a baton. She would have the sight to eschew the obvious gambits and find the path to victory disguised cleverly as setback or even imminent defeat. She would behold the fortunes of friends and foes in totality and appraise the contrivance of luck itself. She would know its mines were not to be plundered, but simply explored and charted carefully.
Flip.
A true seer would know where luck is a given, where it is absent, and most importantly, where it doesn't matter at all. And she would know victory doesn't matter in a reality where all else is doomed to fail. What sort of story would this be with our knight and seer made to stay cadavers? Certainly not one the Alpha timeline would allow. And not one she'd allow either.
Oh, damn!
And Slick is getting shot too.
Snowman. John, you're heading into the blackout, so I won't be able to see you until you leave.
But don't worry, I can still sense you were there. Because of awesome powers, remember? Smooth move ditching your computer like that, by the way. That was some incredible leadership you showed. Now I have to contact you through Rose, thus exposing me to the risk of actually having to talk to her. Your carelessness has put the Heroes of Light in a very awkward position, John. I hope you're satisfied. Just kidding. She's obviously a little too preoccupied at the moment to be sassing me. Just borrow her computer and talk to me when you get the chance, okay? I will be waiting. All of the dots, John. All 16.777216 million of them. Still dead, huh? Or are you too busy weeping over her corpse to pick up that headset and answer me? You can't fool me, John. I know you are not staying dead for long. And it is not just because I can clearly see you're alive in the future. You see, we are both the best there is, and therefore we have special privileges when it comes to mortality. It's hard to keep a god dead for good. We can only die under very specific circumstances. Didn't I mention?
Tick-tock.
Wait, did the top change it? Oh, look, she's back.
Yep.
Yeah, I forgot to follow the top here.
Yeah, it's Snowman.
And back to her. And we're back to this, yeah.
Just check out the clock real quick.
Heroic. Just.
Nothing too glorious about the way you just died, I bet. Let me guess, even after all my lessons, you allowed yourself to get sucker stabbed, right? Pretty lame. I mean, lucky for you it was lame. I guess being lame pays off when dying a hero is what gets you killed. If our hero of breath reached god tier, he would have been completely indestructible. Lol. Damn, I forgot. I was going to stop ripping on that guy since he got stabbed through the chest and died. Whoops. Anyway, I figure you're probably safe from a just death too, since I'm pretty sure you haven't done anything at all despicable. Yet.
Stop.
I don't know for sure, but I'm betting that if I go to fight Jack, it will wipe out all the bad things I've done. I think if I die, it'll be a hero's death, so it ought to stick. Pretty good motivation to win the fight, though, don't you think? One way or another, I think this will be my last big challenge as a gamer. As such, I would like to pass my dice on to you. It is very important to me that they stay in good hands, John, that you continue their legacy and that of my ancestor, 8 to the 8th. Use the code. I'm sure I can count on you to make something awesome with it.
Slick, I am serious. Please stop.
He's going for her. He's going for her, folks. Still not alive yet. Still not alive yet? Man, you better hurry up. She probably doesn't have much time left. Trust me, what she's going through on Durst right now isn't much fun. Okay, I guess I should mention why I'm trying to contact you now of all times, rather than just skipping ahead. Remember how we talked about your backup plan? The one you have devised to defeat Jack in the off chance I fail? Well, it's not going to work if Rose is dead, is it? You have to wake her up. Breathe some life into her. Do the windy thing with your lips. You know what that means.
Oh my.
Gotta kiss her. Don't worry, I still can't see you, so there is no reason to be bashful or anything. And since we are a couple of professionals here who are focused on winning, we both know it doesn't have any meaning. It's not like I would be jealous even if I could see. Why would I be? Or maybe that didn't even cross your mind. Man, why am I even talking about this?
Oh my, oh my, oh my. This will not do at all.
Kiss.
Look at him.
They're having fucking hate makeouts.
In the words of the legendary Bill Party, now that is some fucked up shit right there. Let's just forget I said that. This isn't really how I wanted this conversation to go. I guess I was assuming you'd be talking back by now. So now I'm just talking and spinning my wheel device like an idiot. Maybe I don't actually know how I wanted it to go. I guess I could just shut up and skip ahead on your timeline a little, talk to you when you're alive. That would make sense. So I guess I will do that. But then, maybe if I did, I wouldn't actually say what I wanted to say. So I will just say it.
Pardon me while I adjust the narrow fenestrated wall.
Nope. Nope, all that. To be honest, I am nervous about this fight, but I'm still going through with it for a lot of reasons. To save my friends, or at least the ones who are still alive. Oh, and I guess to save reality itself from being totally fucked up, there's that too. But I think what's motivating me to win this fight the most is the possibility of getting to meet you when it's all over. Maybe I can finally put all this terrible stuff behind me, and I won't have to worry about being the best anymore, or proving what a ruthless killer I can be. Maybe I can try out whatever is supposed to be normal for a human. Who knows, it might not be as boring as it sounds. Maybe, if you're not too freaked out by all the bad things I've done, or the fact that I'm an alien, we could go on a date?
To redirect the view from this impropriety. Oh, goodness.
Hate Snug.
Don't worry, it could be a human date, whatever that entails. No weird alien stuff, I promise. And no killing or murders, or even talking about killing or murders and such. Just whatever you like to talk about and think is cool. I could even be persuaded to watch more of your absurd human films. Do you like any others which feature that rugged human with the long hair and wounded arm? You know the one, the sweaty guy with the mutilated animal and the speech impediment. Those would be tolerable to watch, I bet.
Sorry, Chad, I forgot to adjust the camera.
Ah, yes. Auspicize.
I'm waiting for Dew to say there.
There.
And what's up there now? Wait, what's on the wall now? It's Jade.
Making toads.
It's everyone's favorite girl.
Well, think it over. Before I go, I'll get in touch one more time later on, when you're alive and maybe have something to say about it. Oh yeah, sorry about your adult male guardian. I wasn't trying to be deceptive by not telling you. I decided not to because I didn't want to be the one to make you sad about it. Was that selfish of me? I don't know. You would have found out regardless, like we all did. There are things we care about that we just have to leave behind. It just sucks for those who aren't in as much of a hurry to leave it all behind as me. Wait, someone's coming. Hang on.
All right, you know what? I know that the purpose of this is to try and make us feel bad about her death. No, I'm sorry. She earned that.
No, she absolutely earned that.
And I will actually be very upset if she comes back to life because the author decided that it didn't qualify as just.
Well, let's keep going and see.
I am a wonderful chaperone as well as an excellent host. Shoo now.
Dave's helping with the froggies. Oh god, she's wearing her RP outfit. What the hell is she up to? Man, she's got her dumb dragon doll and everything. Guess she means business this time. Damn it, I've got to go deal with this now. Anyway, if you actually get around to reading any of this, thanks for listening, John. If my outrageously great luck has any say in the matter, we will be meeting up in no time. Just please consider what I said. Okay, later.
Tick, tock, tick.
Go back up.
What?
Stop!
Clock's destroyed 1,001 of 1,000.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Baseball
Slick,
times 0 combo.
Slick, I can tolerate many things from a guest.
Uh-oh.
Kurt
Aiden,
Manners. Oh, yeah. Jade and Dave are doing their thing.
They have company.
Kurt Manners, egregious womanizing, murdering the help, casual arson, even atrocious candy bowl etiquette.
Strife.
But it is the desecration of a priceless timepiece where I must draw the line. I'm afraid I must now insist that you take your beating quite personally. Break.
Much fighting.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Friska.
That's you, bro.
Friska, wait. Oh, hold on. Hey, are you there? I did what you said, but I can't tell if it worked. Hello? You didn't fly off and fight Jack, did you? I hope not. Anyway, all that stuff you said sounds fun to me. I have hells of the Cage flicks in my library. I won't even care if you're an alien. You see, Cage is a universal constant, which unites us all. Well, if you haven't flown away, I will look forward to your message in the future. It'd be nice to talk about all this stuff that happened. Anyway, bye.
Oh, God!
Hey!
Oh, my fucking hell! This is so insanely awkward and sad!
Oh, what is?
Hang on!
Heads.
Yes.
Hey, welcome, welcome to the chat.
Yeah, back to chat. Yeah, yeah, your mic, yeah, dude, your mic is breaking up a bit. We got a Vega cam. There's a Vega.
You missed the Kepler cam.
Yeah, we had Kepler cam for a while. Now we have the ever rare Vega cam.
It's true. Vega cam is much rarer and more valuable.
Yeah. Exactly that. And Vriska is also dead.
Pew, 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 pew.
Hey!
Oh, you forgot to say heads.
He said it.
Oh, he said it? Okay, in that case.
Hey!
Carcat, that was you? Where is Vriska?
She
what?
Shit. I feel like an asshole for reading the whole thing.
What whole thing? You mean what she wrote?
Yeah.
Why are you snooping around her computer?
Because, wow. Okay, so let me ask. Did you both actually like each other? Like, I mean something vaguely resembling actual genuine mutual sentiment or whatever, not some lopsided pining bullshit.
Oh, we have lost the Vega cam. Vega's wandered away, so you're back to
Bye, Vega.
You're back to watching my ugly mug.
We'll miss you, Vega.
As soon as I can get this reconfigured. There we go. Oh, also I got a fancy new webcam, so really good quality. You can see my bald head and all that shit.
Swift.
Spades has a lot of blood. Where does it all come from? The green sun, presumably.
The blood gods.
Blood for the blood gods.
Alright, what are you talking about?
Did you like her, you windsocked-headed shitmouth? Is what I'm asking.
Well, yeah. Why?
Okay, that's fine. Then we'll talk about it later.
Talk about what?
I need you to be able to think straight. We have important shit to go over, and I don't have much time.
And so on.
Otto Harley! Sure you can.
Alright. Like what?
Plans.
Oh, you're still echoing.
What plans?
Never mind that. First, get out of the fucking blackout to a place where I can see you. Leave now. I'll contact you in a while, once you've landed.
Landed where?
Lohack, obviously.
Oh, obviously.
Well, how else do you think you're gonna cause the scratch, idiot? Do you even have any clue what's going on? Wait, of course you don't. You're wearing pajamas and giggling at clouds like each one was shaped like the rudest bit of naked anatomy a human can recognize.
No, I'm not. I mean, yes, I'm wearing some pretty nice pajamas, but I know a lot of things. Like, about the tumor, which I've already recovered. Wait, I mean, the tumor. Oh, wait. I mean, oh, screw it. You know, the big bomb and the other stuff like that. I'm totally in the loop.
Great, awesome, now get going.
So I have to cause the scratch, huh?
Okay, I'm done here. Talk to you in 1 second for me. One long, windy fucking journey for you. Okay.
Hi.
You let me down, Slick.
Adagio red shift.
Wait, what? Did I... Autohar... Yeah, Adagio. That's odd.
It's a Frey motif.
Let's get down to business.
To defeat the Huns?
Defeat the Huns!
I knew everybody was going to go that way.
Aren't you gonna ask me how my journey was?
No.
It was long and windy, but also a lot of fun. I really like flying. It was so much fun.
Oh, I bet it is just the biggest fucking blast a guy can have without a pair of shame globes secured in his two trembling fists.
You haven't tried it?
Every douche got to fly but me. Even the cripple. May he rest in peace, I fucking guess.
Wait, is that the guy that who Vriska killed?
Oh god, you actually know about that? You know what? I give the fuck up trying to understand you and her.
Why?
Edward, god damn it. Will you shut your mouth and listen?
Okay, but is something wrong?
What?
Oh, a while ago you talked to me. It sounded like you were in danger, and it sounds like some people died, but you never told me what happened. Then I got distracted by a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah, something is wrong. Or was. A bunch of us died. The end. I don't really want to talk about it.
Oh, are you sure?
Yes, and not just because, the clock is rapidly ticking down to something we're calling the critical moment. And no, I don't know what that is, so close your reeking question, geyser, before it asks.
But I'm your friend, aren't I?
Oh, God.
Well?
John, I can't handle talking about it, okay? I just got done, dealing with Gamzee, and I'm feeling pretty emotional about it, so please, no.
Who is Gamzee?
He was my best friend.
Really? I thought Terezi was your best friend. Or maybe she was your girlfriend? I forget.
My think pan, it hurts. It is presently threatening to make me its bitch, John. Is that what you want? Do you want your cool alien pal to become the bitch of a raw, throbbing think pan? Such is the scenario before us.
Sorry, I don't mean to be nosy. I just want to know some things about your situation. I'm concerned.
Gamzee was my very good friend who was this goofy, lovable bullshit clown until he went psycho and killed some people. I liked him a lot. I don't know. I guess my best friend is really just the guy who I happen to be feeling the most sentimental to at the moment. Is that a fucking crime?
Nah. I think I know how you feel. So, he killed some people, and then what?
So, then
It's okay. You can tell me.
John, trust me, you wouldn't understand. It's just a troll thing. Humans wouldn't get it. You might think I was a shithead, and I can't deal with that now on top of everything. So let's drop it.
Okay, if you say so. Oh, I can't believe I almost forgot. I've been dying to know since I left the battlefield. Do you know if Rose is okay? Did it work?
I thought I could rely on you of all people.
Pew 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 pew. Doof.
She's fine. She woke up.
You cut out.
She's fine. She woke up alive on Durst.
Really?
That's the rule, John. You kiss a dead player in time, and their dream self takes over, assuming they still have one.
Oh, wow.
It's incredible you reached God-tier status without even understanding the more mundane means of resurrection available. Oh, wait, your unfailing cluelessness makes it the opposite of incredible. My mistake.
So I guess it would not have worked on my dad then, or Rose's mom.
No, but that is exactly what I wanted to picture happening behind the black curtain, John. You snogging up your dead-hatted man, Lucis. Thank you for that mental image. Or Rose's adult woman, Lucis. Maybe a dead woman sweeps your senior is more your cup of sauce, since apparently you are not a homosexual, whatever that even means. Not even to speak of your race's absurd qualms with the notion of incest, which again, still sort of wondering how that can even be a thing. Is that your game, Egbert? Have you had an eye on Madame Lalonde and you've been waiting for a convenient resurrection opportunity to bust out your most passionate smooch motifs kept in reserve and in front of her dead female offspring, no less? Just shameful.
Well, she is a very pretty lady, but that seems like a really inappropriate thing to think about, Carcat.
You don't say! What are we even talking about anymore?
I don't know. I'm frankly pretty upset about finding them dead in the Magic Castle, and I guess I'm wondering aloud if something could have been done, or at least maybe talk about it without angry tirades being involved.
Exactly. You were embarking down tragedy lane, and we gotta stamp that garbage out. We can't have you getting all morose while we've got so many irons in the fire. Fuck. Loaded phrase. Forget I said that. Just clam your shit up and forget your stupid guardian, like I did with my dear crab monster custodian, who I adored in no way whatsoever.
You're being a douche. Wait, what am I saying? You're always a douche.
Yes, thank you.
Your dad was a crab monster?
Shut the fuck up. We were talking about something important. Rose, remember?
Yeah.
She's waiting on Durst for your bomb to be delivered. It will arrive safely a little later.
Oh, great. How do you know it gets there?
Jade told me.
To do what it is you do best.
Do, Dave.
No, Dave! Stop! No!
Duly.
Ow! Dude, you gotta test these out more. You gotta test
If it hurts your ears, if it hurts your ears, it's working.
It's doodly firearms, bruh.
I gotta put a headphone warning in, like, all of my videos. God damn it.
You're welcome.
Jade, from further ahead on your timeline, before my piece of shit clown bro made everything terrible here, and she and I were hammering out the plans. I talked to her across pretty much the full spread of her timeline until the scratch starts and the feed cuts out. So I have a sense of the whole picture here, and it's my job now to put some things into motion.
That's cool. It's nice to hear you're working together. I should pester Jade and see what she's up to.
You should sit your ass tight and do what the fuck I tell you to fucking do.
Oh.
Anyway, she and Dave do a lot of frog breeding, accelerating the process significantly by explaining time travel, with help from me and Kanaya, since we were in charge of frog duties in our session.
Frog duties? Wait, which one is Kanaya again?
Don't interrupt, I'm following a train of thought.
I wish you
okay,
said...
Kanaya is...
I wish you said, the lesbian!
Carcat doesn't know what a lesbian is.
Oh yeah, good point.
Okay, Kanaya is my other best friend, and she was a hero of space like Jade, which means she's the stoker of the forge, and is basically in charge of frogs, which sounds dumb, I know. You breed the right frog to make the universe you want to make, which is a long, arduous process, and I kind of fucked it up in my game, but that's a whole other story, which I'll get to later, okay?
Wow, okay.
She and Dave ran into Jack, which I'm sure he must have saw coming, because I've never seen anyone exploit time travel so shamelessly as him, not even...
Aradia?
Just another dead troll, who cares? Stop frowning, she was already dead before she died. So she and Dave fought with him a while, and long story short, he died.
What?
But it's fine, I guess that was his plan, like some bizarre, useless last stand, even if he didn't tell Jade, who was pretty freaked out until I talked her through it.
Did she kiss him too?
You're not supposed to kill her. Kiss her, Mr. Noir. You're supposed to kill her.
And up there, Jack is feeling kind of bad about all this.
Oh, we got a Vega again.
Oh, hey Vega, how's it going?
Yay, Vega Cam!
Four
Also,
times
I don't know. I don't know if Jack looks like he feels bad there. He kind of actually looks cheerful to me, but I mean, I could be reading it wrong.
Hi Vega.
Just kind of doing his thing.
Yep. Right there, while Jack watched like a fucking creep. But it worked.
Oh my god, Carcat! It's like your shitty shipping grid is coming true before our very eyes. Remember when you made that ugly thing?
Who gives a fuck about shipping or my ludicrous stranglehold over all topics considering romance? I'm still talking. He woke up alive on Durst and met with Rose. That was the end of the line for Alpha Dave. To my knowledge, he doesn't time travel after that. And he and Rose stay on Durst waiting for the bomb until you start the scratch. But I can't see either of them because of the blackout lingering around Rose for whatever reason. Nobody knows what's up with that. Regardless, his job is to plot a course through the ring to find the sun. When he does, either he or Rose will deliver the bomb. I don't know.
Now leave and never darken my door again.
And we're back here.
Oh god, yeah, we're back here. Oh wait, I have been watching. All right, so yeah, that happens. He actually looks sad that he did that.
And Jack has doodly firearms. We never did read any Sweet Bro Hella Jeff, by the way.
Yeah. We gotta get to that.
Yep.
Oh shit. I'm actually gonna have to stop here. We've been going for 3 hours.
No, we're right in middle of something.
All right, we'll keep going until we get to a good spot. You talk me into it. But
I'm so persuasive.
but now they don't have dream selves left. Whoever goes will be risking their life for good, won't they?
That would be the logical extension of those facts.
You're still echoing.
Fuck. That would be the logical extension of those facts, yes.
This is unacceptable. Can I do it? I'm apparently immortal because of this god tier business, so the bomb probably would not kill me.
Okay, but don't you think there's a remote possibility that going on a suicide mission to save all of reality would count as a heroic death?
Maybe I could try to not at all brave while I do it?
You asshole, of course you'd be brave. That tends to be what happens when you do something really fucking courageous.
Yeah. I just don't want to lose anybody else is all.
That's just how it is. I've lost friends for way more pointless reasons. You're all out of options here. You'd be risking death just as much as they would, and they're better qualified to handle the mission as the Durst Dreamers. Jade's dream self is dead too, so she's out. Or to be more specific, her dream self is an overly emotional dog who went off whimpering somewhere. I'm pretty sure she will be completely...
Completely what? You cut out.
Useless.
Thank you. Oh yeah. She mentioned something about that. She said she prototyped her dream self? What happened with that?
She doesn't like to talk about it. Kind of a sore subject.
Why?
She thinks she's selfish and completely hysterical and I guess hates the part of herself she represents. But I mean, the thing is, she spent a long time being dead and moving on. It's not like you can just bring somebody back and expect them to give a shit about all the stuff you think is important. I tried to tell her that her sprite self is probably nowhere near as despicable as she's making out with herself to be. I mean, making herself out to be. You know what I mean. Look, I'm just saying, we've all got flaws, even her. And for all the shit she's given me on this very subject, she keeps herself dangling from a very high hook. She'd be doing a major favor she'd be doing me a major personal solid by at least making some attempt to get herself off. Wait, fuck, what did I just say?
Wow.
I mean, let herself off. The fucking hook is a picture of goddamn speech. Put those the fuck back down before my hot acid rage breath burns them off your idiot face.
Okay, I'm putting them back down as not suggestively as possible.
What were we even talking about? It wasn't this, whatever this is.
What is what this is?
It's nothing, you shit. It has been the conversational equivalent of us whistling through our snort barrels while touching each other inappropriately.
Was that another weird erotic slip of the tongue?
No, that was me being worked up into this ridiculous fucking conniption and saying something inflammatory. God, how does that not be clear by now?
Okay, well, what I am getting from this, aside from the possibility that Jade may or may not have kissed Dog Jade at some point, is that neither of them will be able to help with the bomb plan.
That's exactly right. The pajama prodigy used his puzzle sponge today. Besides, Jade is responsible for other important parts of the plan. For one thing, you'll have to wait for her to send you the code for the quills. You can't scratch the mesa without them. She got them from her denizen, or will later on her timeline, now that she lit the forge and woke the monster.
Aren't those the really tough to kill guys?
Yeah.
Did she kill him?
Hell if I know. Her entire explanation of the encounter boiled down to, and I quote, shenanigans, limed for infuriatingly vague. Anyway, after she gives that to you, she then has to go through with the rest of the plan, which is making sure you all survive the scratch, minus one of those Durst streamers, of course. The plan revolves around some really baffling hand-wavy mumbo-jumbo, which I don't really understand, but she told me to trust her about it because the info comes from a reliable informant. Whitened for smug duel. Involves something to do with a yellow lawn ring. Which isn't the human word for it, it's just your word is so dumb I feel dumb saying it.
Word for what?
I guess your entire escape plan somehow pivots critically around an unwatered piece of residential property? It doesn't matter what it means. Jade says she has this figured out, and I don't have time to do much but trust her. The point is, she's all booked up and all too mortal, so she won't be delivering the bomb, and neither will you.
Okay, well, what about this? Since she is mortal, and I'm not, sort of, and I don't need to do the scratch for a while, can I go help her? Maybe she could use some protection. Maybe that is what Dave was just trying to do when he temporarily died. Remember, Jack is still on the loose. He has killed Rose and Dave once and me twice.
No, sweet bleeding Jesus, Egbert. You keep bragging about your immortality, then brainlessly announce plans to go off and do something heroic. You're gonna have the shortest lifespan of any immortal in history.
Sorry.
Besides, it's a total non-issue. Jack wouldn't hesitate to stab you again, but he won't hurt Jade for some reason. If anything, you could use her protection.
Really?
I never noticed when looking through her timeline earlier. It wasn't until I was talking to her in those time frames and she told me. He just keeps following her around. I can see him off in the distance in some frames, just lurking there, shadowing her movements. It's incredibly disturbing. He lingers around her until the scratch begins and I lose the feed. Never once doing anything threatening. She says she thinks it's because Jack inherited loyalty of her Lucis. If she's right, I guess her Lucis really did offer her the most protection possible by prototyping itself, albeit by dooming us all, the idiot.
Aw, that's actually kind of cute.
Sadly, he holds no such loyalty to any of us here. He regards us all as ripe for the repeated skewering. Oh fuck, maybe we should have all just dressed like Jade? I can't believe this stroke of genius only occurred to me now.
I don't think you'd be fooled. Dogs have a pretty good sense of smell.
It was a motherfucking joke.
Will you look at this mess?
Anyway, it doesn't matter anymore.
You're still echoing.
Sorry, I'm tired. Anyway, it doesn't matter anymore. If we can ride this out for a little longer until the critical moment and Dave/Rose can destroy the sun, Jack shouldn't be a threat. Conveniently, if they're successful, that will signal the beginning of our own escape plan.
What is her plan?
Apparently, the explosion will be so huge, it will be visible at great different distances throughout the furthest ring, even from different sessions like yours and ours. You won't get to see it because by then your session should be wiped out by the scratch, but we will. The plan is to use it as a beacon and travel there as a rendezvous point.
Rendezvous with who?
We've got people there. That's what Jade tells me.
Jade knows so many things lately. What is even her deal?
Hell if I know. This is basically dream intelligence. Every time she goes to sleep, she has more to ramble about. She says I should go to sleep to find out, but I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to be napping between making all these plans and getting persecuted by this demented honking asshole? So, yeah, in the aftermath of we'll meet in the aftermath of the explosion with our people on the inside, or I guess I should say outside. I don't think they can come with us, though.
Come with you where? Who are they?
Dead people. As for where, it's not like we're going to stick around there forever. That would probably be depressing since we're not fucking ghosts. The scratch will reboot your session, your whole universe, actually. So somewhere in this dreadful abyss, that new session will start up in its own inciposphere from scratch. Oh, look at that, another pun because of using that fucking word every other sentence. Kill me now. But for that from scratch fucking lol session is what you're shooting for to survive. The idea is for you all to preserve yourselves by escaping there.
Through the lawn ring.
Yes. Once you're there, you will help us find our way there too, and then we can all finally figure out what the fuck to do with the rest of our lives.
Oh, So then, this is how we're supposed to meet. That is kind of exciting.
Yeah, I guess, if enough of us are alive by then to meet.
So, I guess they're not worried about it turning into a huge sloppy makeout fest anymore.
Right. John, you and Vriska better keep your hands to yourselves or everybody's gonna be really uncomfortable. No interspecies funny business, is that clear? Wow, I am convincingly flipping my lid about this, waving my arms around a lot, and making my best yelling faces. Wow, look at that, it's time to change the subject again. Poof, subject changed. If it works and you wind up in the new session, that's why it'll be important to make sure one of the Durst streamers stays with you, so they can help guide us there from the ring.
Won't there be other players in the new session, like alternate universe versions of ourselves or some such?
Probably, but those chumps won't know anything about us or all our plans. Why would they?
Yeah, it's just kind of a weird thought.
So out of everything we just talked about, this is the thing that has you tripping globes? Whatever you say.
But I guess it's sort of comforting too. If Rose or Dave have to go off and die, at least I get to see them again, in a way. Even if I will only be alternate universe John to them. Maybe my dad'll be alive in that session too.
Okay, maybe. But before you get too excited about that, you've got to make sure that you get there first, which means you have to do what I say and stick to the plan. You need to focus on getting ready to start the scratch. The game doesn't make a hard reset that easy to pull off. Once you initiate it, the game throws everything it's got at you, which is one of the reasons why you're the best guy for the job, because of your superpowers and silly windy bullshit.
Okay, I'll do my best.
The Carcat voice is not as painful as it sounds. I just need to drink a lot of water.
Okay, I'll do my best. What should I do right now?
Get prepared. Make all the equipment you think you'll need. Stay out of trouble. Wait for Jade to send that code. Wait for me to contact you for the first time, and do your best to humor while he ignorantly attempts to flame you back into the puddle of slime you crawled out of. Please.
Oh man. Our first conversation? I can't wait.
Yeah, but can I just say something in my defense before that happens? I don't actually hate you, and I never did. I was deluding myself. Deep down, I'm sure I was always pretty okay with you.
Thanks, Carcat.
It wasn't a fucking compliment.
And
The
I think
scrapbook is
I was just
now
gonna say,
in hopeless disarray.
yeah, I was just saying that's the end of that conversation, if you want to call it there.
Feel free to examine the clippings while I tidy.
And this is where we're gonna stop.
Yeah, this is a much
Oh
better
my god,
ending
yes
place.
it is.
Yeah.
All right.
So next week, if all goes well and we do end up doing Homestuck on Sunday instead of the birthday thing, we should be able to wrap Act 5, Act 2 then.
I'm looking forward
That's
to it.
so fucking exciting.
All right. I would like to thank everybody once again for coming out tonight. I'd like to thank all of the people in chat. We've had more than just Swift tonight, and that always makes me happy. No offense, Swift. I just like seeing more than one person. I'd like to thank Popcorn Dew and Ginger for coming out. As always, you were wonderful.
Thanks for having us.
Love to be here.
Yeah, seriously, this is like my favorite night of the week.
And next week, if you aren't already on the Discord, you can join us there. The Discord will give you updates as to when exactly we're doing the birthday stream. I want to try and get as many people as possible there, including people that have not been able to come in a while. I'm going to be reaching out to some people. I don't know what we're going to be doing on the birthday stream. Worst case scenario, we're going to be playing Gartic Phone. But if we can get some bad fan fictions or something that fits the theme of yay, I'm 29.
I don't know. It depends on how much I'm able to focus on a fucking text document, but I might end up writing a sequel to Screw Bucket Goes to Colleague.
Sweet. Alright, everyone, thank you very much for coming out, and I'll see you all next time. Oh, you know what? I probably should have swapped to this screen. Oops. Oh well. Yeah, have a good night, everybody. Bye!
We love you!